Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams at edmontonsportstalk.com. Tune in, iHeartRadio. Thank you for those watching on YouTube. Listen on podcast, wherever you get your podcast. We greatly appreciate it. It's Matt Iwanyk. It's Tom Gazzola. It's Shawn Belle with you here on the Hangout, which is presented by Sentinel Storage. Canada's storage experts more than 2 decades, helping Canadians through life transitions find the latest deals along with convenient locations nearest you for all your storage needs at sentinel.ca. Boys, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. I braved the weather from the south side. Traveled through all this snow.
It's a lot of snow.
Look
at that. Like when I rolled up into the parking lot out of work.
Unreal.
That's when I noticed how much snow has fallen.
Yeah, it's wild.
What is this? It's a classic...
This is our classic
spring.
Third winter.
Yeah. Go away.
I don't want to point out anything,
Uh-oh.
but there was somebody in this room that said it's almost over about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm still... That's...
And yet
It
here
falls
we
into line.
are again.
It falls into line with what I say, which is that the snow, we're still going to... I never said we would never get snow.
BS.
I've never said that. I would say...
It's the third winter, Matthew.
I said that the snow goes away super quick. Is this snow going to be here on Saturday? The snow that we just got. Is this parking lot going to have snow on Saturday when you come for Hello Hockey?
Did we all get the same memo, by the way? Like, we're all dressed really
pants.
similar.
You've got a green.
This one's green, though.
Green,
I
though?
like that
Yeah.
green, though. I don't have black shoes on.
Very similar. Do you think Jasmine's wearing the same thing? If she'd be here, we would know.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, well, Jasmine's late. She's supposed to be here. She texts us at 8:52. Lots of traffic, of course, for your info.
No way.
And Bells just goes, what does that mean? Like, because I wanted to be, I was going to respond almost with, well, yeah, Bellsy, Tommy, and I all know that there was a lot of traffic. We've already been through the traffic because we're in the office. All three of us are in the office.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's that.
She should have known it was going to be busy out there.
And then I also said, what time does 9:05 start mean?
And she didn't respond to that.
No,
one.
she didn't. Oh!
Joining us now,
Speak of the devil.
Jasmine Sidhu, who is the fourth member of the show.
Is.
Morning.
3 minutes.
Good
Welcome.
morning. I'm sorry.
Welcome.
You're not sorry. You're Jasmine.
It's the road conditions. Not for
He
me.
made it on time. He made it on time. I made it on time.
Honestly,
On
I
time.
thought I could do it. It's like
Even me.
As soon as I miss this crosswalk, it's just what screws me up. Then I gotta wait.
Hi.
Hi, good morning. Haven't been here in a while. How are you guys? What did I miss? Did I miss the black memo? That's for sure.
I like actually the vibrancy that you're bringing to the show.
I tried to be all
I
springy
do
with
like
my
that.
hair, bringing the beach waves, but damn it.
The beaches of Chicago?
Oh, God. I'll tell you guys about that later.
Well, yeah, we kind of want to know.
Yeah. How are you guys? What did I miss?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Yeah, I know we didn't really.
We're talking about the weather.
Okay.
Bellsy's trying to come at me,
No,
but he
not
doesn't
really.
listen to what I say.
About what? Or when we say stuff about spring?
Yeah, well, it's still like if we go to everything I say, it's nothing I did. I'm not saying.
I'm not really going after
you
you.
did.
I'm just highlighting what you say.
Which
And
you
then
know,
now
but you're
we're the
highlighting
third winter.
But you're highlighting specific parts of it and not the entire thing that I say. Which also always included that there would
fixate,
still
Matthew.
be snow,
I
and the
fixate.
snow would so that like
You
the
said
selective choosing of my words
4 to
means you're
5
coming
weeks
at me.
ago that this is almost done. It's
Yeah.
run its course, and yet here we are today.
And have we
and
had?
that
Are we
course
minus
is now
20?
still going.
Are we minus 20
Might
for
as
high
well
today?
be.
But we're not.
Minus 11.
But we're not.
Might as well be.
But we're
First
not.
of all, there's only one person to blame here. It's not a person. It is the groundhog with that BS. Okay. Secondly,
I am not blaming a rodent. Continue.
Neither am I. I'm blaming bad juju.
average temperatures in Edmonton are like +5 by now.
Yeah.
This is an unusual long winter where we haven't had breaks of warmth.
This is dog crap.
It is officially spring, also, Kelsey. Just so you know, it is spring. It is officially. It is over. It ended last week.
Okay.
On Friday,
I just
it
wanted
was
to make
spring.
sure.
Yeah, but Yeah, okay, we're not. I said we're not in the minus 20s extended spells.
Minus 11. It's closer to minus 20 than it is to 0. It's minus 11.
Ian texting in, thank you, Ian, says, I'm going
13.
to be driving back to Edmonton from Edson. So you guys haven't gotten snow. Ha. You're going to be pleasantly surprised, Ian. There is snow here and an abundance of it.
Yeah.
And it's all going to be gone on Saturday.
I hope so.
Smattering.
Now, we're not in Edson, which is like entering towards the mountains. A little bit different up there.
Yeah.
But there is a significant amount of snow, and it's very frustrating.
Especially when you're driving behind a semi or something.
Is that what you were doing
Well,
today?
you just choose
I
to?
actually did. And like 50 school buses. I don't know what's going on today. But
School.
yeah.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
School. It is Wednesday.
It is a school day.
GD kids. Yeah.
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 Oh,
Anyways.
that's good stuff.
I'm glad we're getting this out of our system.
Teed that one up for me.
It's so insane. Like I refuse.
It's been there all year. Like, all school year. It's been there.
Yeah, it's not new.
School starts at the right time, same time. School ends at the same time.
Yeah.
Been there all year.
Yeah, what are those school buses?
Got to do a little planning.
Where did these school buses come from all of a sudden?
Weird, right?
And there's a school right here. What is this?
Jeez.
Okay, guys. There's like 3 or 4 of them in a row. But anyways, and then yeah, whatever. Okay. Glad we're getting this out of our system.
Okay, I have a question. Can you please tell me about your outfit today?
Well, okay.
It's quite blue.
It is, and I appreciate that.
It's spring.
It breaks things
It's
up.
vibrancy.
But explain.
I actually was going to wear something else. I think I was going to wear black like you
There's
guys.
nobody complaining.
Yeah.
No, I honestly did the whole, I was going to straighten my hair and do that. I don't know why we're talking
Yeah.
about this, but I was trying to like manifest spring, but I'm so sick and tired of wearing this sweater and like pants. I want to wear a dress.
But you're wearing pants
But you
and a
decided
sweater.
to wear a sweater and a pants.
Well, because it's
Those are-
snowing today.
But is this the look? LEWK now? Yeah.
do you
Is
mean?
this the look?
It's supposed to be the monochromatic look.
And the a little bit baggier pants.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Because my Nona used to wear that in 1995. She was just ahead of her time.
Oh, great.
You've been waiting to tee that one up, hey?
yeah.
The whole time.
soon as
You
you saw
set
her
that up. You threw that line in the water,
Wow.
and you started reeling it in.
And a nice slow one.
No,
Just
Exactly.
relax it.
Yeah.
The feet are up,
Yeah.
and he's just rolling this.
He's having a quick beer.
Let's go.
Got it.
Oh,
Wow.
you
I
look nice.
Thanks. I
Thank
can
you.
see it's all been in your guys' system since I've been gone. Come at me. And then I just had to be laid on top of it. Oh,
We
never.
do it because we love you.
I know.
Amazing. Good stuff, Tommy.
Yeah. How was the show last night?
Actually, a
after the
lot of
game?
fun. It was,
Yeah, it
it was
was.
good. It was very positive. Bellsy, I thought it was a
I thought it was
show.
fun.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, you were here like all day. I hopped in the show to quickly see some of the comments. They were really funny. They were funny ones. People are in
There's
good
some
mood.
good ones.
There was a
last
lot
night,
of
too.
nonsense yesterday.
Yeah.
That's
refreshing.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Positive vibes all around.
you were on Reed's show. I watched majority of that.
Yeah.
That was good. Hey?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, you and Reed have good chemistry.
Yeah.
Then he'll do his like little. I love Reed's laugh. It's my favorite because it's so genuine. So when he laughs at stuff that you'll say, it's just awesome.
Some would call that funny.
Yeah,
That, you are funny. You have jokes. Thank you.
Sometimes, yeah.
He sends good
Whoa.
ones too.
The
Whoa.
negativity.
Oh
Yeah.
please. Why you always lie?
Okay.
What did you think of the game last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a great game. I thought it was an entertaining game. I think you've seen things that everybody's telling the Oilers to do is just to be more physical, have hits, block shots, give the goalie a break. Although both goalies did not play that well, that's fine. But, you know, what a fantastic, minute and 10 seconds that was with the scoring in the second half. It was just, I thought it was a good game. What did you guys think?
Good win. Solid win. Something to build off of.
The thing is, people were worried about the Mammoth, and I really meant it when I'm like, dude, they're random. They're a random team. Nobody cares about
That
them.
make what do you mean by
Just
random? You gotta explain
forget that there's like a
They're-
hockey team that's the Mammoth. Who's a Mammoth fan? Other than I mean, they're I'm not hating on
But
them.
what does that have to do with the actual game being
They're
played?
the woolly
They're
bullies.
I just think they're
as
just a
Reed likes to
random
say.
Utah Mammoth
Woolly
team,
bullies.
and I think the Oilers are just way more experienced.
But
than,
they're better
them.
than the Oilers points wise.
Yeah, they are.
Just
in a
Still.
tough division.
In a very
In a
hard.
tough
Thank you,
division.
Matthew. Like they are
Tough division.
right now better than Edmonton. Now Edmonton is perfect against the Utah hockey franchise, which is an expansion franchise. Again, I had to reiterate that yesterday. No, I mean Vejmelka sucks against Edmonton. He's now 1-6-1 lifetime versus them, and I think he had like a 4 something GAA, and his save percentage was janky, as
Yes,
Rashad
yeah.
used on the morning show. And
What does
the
that
numbers
mean?
didn't get. I don't know. It's like crappy.
What is
janky.
janky?
It's an old
mean?
word. We've been
Ratty.
using it for years.
Is
It's
that
the
is
equivalent
that
of
Unk
blech.
terminology?
No, janky
Or
is
is that-
like
Is
that
an informal
geezer?
term describing something of very poor quality, unreliable, broken, or run down.
So is that geezer terminology?
No.
no.
So what kind of terminology is it?
Is it? I don't know. Is it back? Is janky back in
I
the
don't
mix?
know if it's back.
Oh yeah, because you were getting scolded for being an unk, so
No,
now
I
you're all
wasn't.
sensitive.
No, I actually
Oh, I
no,
get called
I
out
wasn't
as an
getting
unk all
scolded
the
for being an
time.
unk. I know ball.
Mm.
So I'm actually not an unk yet. I still know ball.
I don't think you're an unk yet either. In all fairness,
Thank you.
Kub
I
is
don't-
tripping.
I don't care.
It says it may have origins often traced to the 1990s hip hop slang, possibly derived from junkie.
Yeah, that's right.
So it went
yeah.
from junkie to janky. So it's not as old as you would think.
Well,
That's janky.
Key synonyms: shoddy, rickety, broken, dysfunctional,
oh, shoddy.
Junkie
okay,
cheat.
I get it. I get
Shoddy
it.
mill.
Shoddy.
off kilter, and weird. Those are its key synonyms.
Ah, okay. I get it.
I got you.
I don't know. Edmonton played a good game yesterday.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Jari made some nice saves. I still go back to Ingram tomorrow if you're asking me.
They played a playoff game.
They played a playoff game. Yeah.
Maybe not the intensity of playoffs, but stylistically, it was a playoff game.
Very simple.
Simple.
Yeah.
Takeaway time, space.
Rolled
Hard on the
3.5
defensive end.
lines. Yeah.
Cycle game.
A little bit of physicality.
Yeah, they did good.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, and then you have a lot of
Appreciate
stats, with McDavid breaking records, Nuge.
Some milestones.
Yeah,
milestones.
milestones. That's right.
I didn't feel like the Oilers were ever in trouble in that game.
No.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
Even like the nice response from Utah to tie it up twice, I believe. And quick goals. It was 1-0 Oilers. They quickly tied it. 2-1. They quickly tied it. But then the Oilers with that quick response to just take it 3-2.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, screw
8
this.
seconds later.
Yeah, and then the coach calling a timeout. Like,
Settle them down.
yeah, settle them down. Like, you don't
Then
see
he
that often.
Put Vanacek in for the third period. I think he knew his team didn't have it.
Well, I was watching the ESPN broadcast for that, and the announcer had a good analogy for Tierney saying it's like a basketball coach seeing a run, calling timeout just to try to stop that momentum. That's what he's trying to do.
That was an ESPN game last night.
I think ESPN Plus.
Oh, okay. And you watched that?
Yeah,
Who was on
it?
the
Was
call?
I forgot who it is. I actually liked his call with Cassie Campbell. And then
Was it Sean McDonough?
no, I know Sean McDonough. This
Yeah.
one I know the voice. I just can't remember the name. Solid name. I thought he did a good job trying to explain the game a little bit. Like there was a couple times he did some basketball analogies type things to like try to explain something. I like that for an audience, trying to
the
relate to
Americans?
the American
Yeah.
audience with certain things.
They still need help understanding the game that's
Well,
been there
no,
for a
it
long
was,
time.
but it was like that timeout thing, just trying to
Yeah.
understand the nuance of why you're calling timeout here and relating it to the basketball. And there was another one that I forgot how he did it. But they had a cool thing. I think it was Logan Cooley's stick. He changed the taping of his stick, and at the start of the third period or something, they had his sticks, and I guess he's added like a big knob at the end because it kept sliding on him. And he noticed that he put a better stick in there when he was like taking a pass or something. His top hand wouldn't come off the stick.
Interesting.
Which is a cool little thing that they showed.
Yeah, that's-
the in studio wasn't their normal in studio. Didn't like that part, but yeah, whoever called it was pretty solid.
The explanations, correlations to basketball, I think it's okay. And Belsey, the point that you make, like, oh, we still got to teach them hockey. ESPN, they've lost like 2 or 3 generations of potential hockey fans, and they're now trying to get them back because when did they lose the contract? In the late 90s?
Yep.
And then it came back in what?
ABC
was it-
ABC aired 04. That was the last
Okay.
Stanley
Yeah.
Cup.
So
in the
2
early
generations.
2000s,
It might have been.
About 20, just under 20 years or so, right? Because they came back 3 or 4 years ago. It's a lot of people. especially a lot of younger people.
It is a lot. It is a lot of people. The only thing I would say to that is that there's actually more players playing than ever. So it's surprising that yes, they lost that generation.
But the ESPN audience,
yes, ESPN audience,
which is
but there's also more.
But it wasn't like
playing,
offside.
right?
Like we're explaining what offside is. I think it was like of just the way the game was, like certain nuances that if you don't follow hockey on a regular basis, it was a nice little like, oh, that makes sense.
But you have a feel and an ear for flow and sliding things in casually. So if you're saying, okay, I didn't mind it, I see what he was doing.
It was done
there.
well.
You can appreciate it. Then it's good.
If it was done on it, if Jack did it, no one would bat an eye to it.
Right.
You wouldn't. You just whatever. It's Bob. Thank you, Aiden O'Neill. Wishushin. I don't know if you know that.
No.
That's good voice. Enjoyed it.
Nice.
Did you see how like Jack and Louie were sitting in like the lower bowl in the corner view? I thought that was great.
That's a terrible view.
Oh, is it?
I would imagine for them it's a terrible.
awful. Absolutely awful.
Because when it's at the puck's on the other end, how are you going to call it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's a good observation, Jazzy, because that arena is going through massive renovations. They're basically they're not doing like what Seattle did, where they rebuilt a whole arena, dug down underneath the roof of a historic roof at what is it called, Climate Pledge Arena. What they're doing is they're doing it in phases, and they're taking a basketball arena, a basketball specific one, making it multi-purpose. So they actually last summer put in new dehumidifiers, because yesterday it was like 77 degrees and sunny in Salt Lake City. So that's like 24-ish, I think. Nikki O was like, I'm going out to the pool after I do this interview with you. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Rub it in.
People are shoveling snow right now.
Yeah.
Here. Anyway, so what they did, it's really fascinating actually, because they're building it all under the same. They're going to blow out the sides of the building and extend them, put in new concourses and everything. So last summer they were able to tear out the lower bowl, completely redo underneath. I don't know if they changed the locker rooms, but they changed the stands, and they have it on a system that for basketball is steeper and goes in further because the court's smaller. And then for hockey, it's engineered to like to make it work better, so you could get more put more fans in and more seats in around the rink. And it's a new system that they created. Yeah. And then next year, they're blowing out the upper bowl, and they're going to redo that, because I think there's still obstructed view seats, because it's steep, it's basketball specific, and they're going to change the angle and make sure
it's 12 something is the attendance that they can get.
They need to get it up to like 17 or 18 to make it NHL standard, quote unquote. And they're working towards that. Instead of just tearing down the rink and building a new one, they're building in stages from within.
Because wasn't there like a bunch of seats that were like right up against pillars and like just really weird angles?
Yeah.
Like up in the upper sections, right?
Yeah. And then like, I mean, when the Islanders were playing Brooklyn, or when you remember the San Antonio Rampage?
Yep.
When you'd go and play there?
Yep.
And it was like very strange, and that one side had to be like curtained off.
Yeah, the black netting.
That's essentially what they had to work with. Because the
that was
basketball
a bad vibe, and that's in San Antonio.
It was
they actually
weird.
had that in Key Arena in Seattle when we played in the Dub.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, those were the two places that I played terribly every single time.
Those rinks were
Hot
janky.
garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
nice-
very
nice use of
strange.
the word.
When you guys,
When you have that black curtain, it just takes away all the atmosphere.
it's so strange.
Weirdest thing
Yeah.
ever. Because like you're going and you're trying to like, you're rushing down the ice, and also you just see this black curtain. You're like,
And then 3/4 of the
Sounds like an
stadium around you.
excuse, but
oh, I was hot garbage. There's no excuses.
oh, you're saying it's because of the rink.
Yeah, it was. Fully.
So
It's an
anyway,
excuse.
Huh?
That
Then
rink.
I'm going to roll with that excuse because it was
Did it
hot
pump
garbage.
up a
And I
lot of
sucked
oxygen
in
in
both those rinks.
they have to suck out the humidity. Whereas at Rogers Place, if you look up every now and then and you see like mist falling down, that's to put humidity into the building, because we're so dry here.
And they didn't, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Fort Hall, they didn't realize the issues that Fort Hall would create.
Airflow wise.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
that caused issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the issues that popped up from when they opened, that didn't think that would cause problems with humidity.
Like how much air would go into
Because it's
the
such
building?
a huge space, right? And then the air escapes from the arena into Ford Hall.
yeah.
So they put those heavy curtains around, which is not unique to the NH. It's the other rinks have those curtains too.
It just took away from like one of the designs of the arena was if you're going for something, you could always see the rink
Yeah.
or something, and that's now gone.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
What can you do? You know,
Balance.
Sometimes they have them open, but not often. Not often.
I don't look close enough to see when they do.
I mean, I went to an Oil Kings game and they were closed. No, were they open? I can't remember. But yeah, that's what it is.
It was cool to see Bill Burr yesterday as well. Thought that was a really nice interview with Gene.
Yes.
It seemed like Bill Burr, like he just seemed so solid that he like wanted to keep talking, and like he didn't want the interview to end. Definitely had to be on gummies or some beers though. His eyes were all red. Like this guy's
I'll go
awesome.
beers on if I were to vote. Like probably on beer.
Speaking of, I guess chugging beers on the Jumbotron is a thing in
great.
Utah. Yeah, like that's their.
It's not just in Utah. It's like a lot of times athletes or people that are celebrities, they get on the jumbo and then it's like almost expected. It happened, 2-3 years ago? Somebody came on with a Jumbotrons and just slammed a beer and then it's just kind of taken off since then.
I feel like you're
happened
right.
at the U.S. Open a lot.
Yeah.
I would not chug my beer. I spent how much money on this beer?
$21.
I spent $20 on this
I'm not
thing.
spilling it
I
all
ain't
over me
doing
trying to
this for you.
chug that. I'm taking it. I'm enjoying that beer.
I think they're like cheap in Utah though, aren't they?
I have no idea.
Like their
I'm just
concession-
surprised that
their
they're chugging them.
concessions?
Yeah, Utah is like, well, there's lots of.
I would chug it in
Mormons
Atlanta.
there. Huh?
I would chug the beer in Atlanta
Why is that?
because the concession prices are way lower than any other
Oh,
place.
Is it beer too though? And it's not
I'm
all
pretty
concession
sure.
prices. It's only certain spots in the stadium.
Really?
Yeah, it's not every concession.
You know,
Because they lowered a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
To see if they could generate more revenue because more people would buy food.
it would be a great place to chug a beer on a hot day at a ballpark. I don't care if it's like a $10 Bud Light, like, or a Mick Ultra or something that's on sale that
Well,
day. Happily.
some of those places, like when I went to Yankee Stadium, you're not chugging that beer.
No.
That thing was like this big. It was not a tall boy. It was a double tall.
Monster, yeah.
You ain't chugging that. It's a lot of chugging.
Say you go to a Pirates game. We've been talking about the Pirates, oddly enough, quite a bit this week. And there's like 9,000 other fans there. It's a hot day, midweek. They've got like some kind of beer promotion and you've got the day off. And it's just sunny and you're like, I'm going to crush this beer. And they put you on the Jumbotron. I'm doing it.
Got it.
Doing it. Have to.
The Mets, and Mooner sent this to me, the Mets announced the 999 challenge. You can get 9 hot dogs, 9 beers. But in the end, they only give you one big tall boy beer. It doesn't fill up all 9 cups.
Oh.
Oh.
But you're supposed to do, aren't you supposed to do,
I want to do it.
Yeah.
I believe I can do it.
we're going to take you to a Riverhawks
I need
game
to
and
just
do it.
find the time.
9 beers.
9 beers, 9
hot
innings.
dogs, and 9
hot
innings
dogs. And you don't, it's not one per inning. You have the game
to figure
to do it.
So you could do like
You could-
3.
You could
and
crush
then
3 hot
wait,
dogs right
3.
off the bat. Like, so I think it, like, because we've talked about this before, I think it starts on opening pitch. Like, first pitch is when you could start. I don't think you can do it beforehand. Because it's when the last out happens is when you have to be done. So if it's a quick 9th inning, top 9, home team's going to win, and it's 3 up, 3 down, and you still have a little bit of bite of hot dog, you lose.
Got to hit it.
So I would think you have to start on first pitch. When that first pitch happens, like maybe, you crush 3 quick hot dogs. Okay, 3 down, 6 to go. Let's get to some beers. But the Mets did launch
that'd
it.
be tough.
But then I've seen some video where they only give you like one, like in the picture that they've sent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they sent you the beers. They're full.
Oh, those are little beers.
But, well, they're inside of a little container. You pull them up. But then I saw
Yeah.
somebody go that they saw it. You only get like a tall boy of something. And like, it's not going to fit all 9 cups. So you have to buy more
and
beers.
you know
and stuff.
what, Matty? Those are the thicker hot dogs too.
Yeah, those would be tough ones. Those would be tougher ones.
Because if you get the regular size, you know, the 12-pack
Yeah.
things we grew up on, I think that is more realistic than that's like a brat.
I think it'd be tough.
I know I could get through 6 no problem. It's how do I
Which is
finish the
impressive.
final 3 of each.
Trying to find a way to get through that final 3.
And again, the hot dogs I'm not worried about. It's the beer.
It's the beer?
Yeah.
See, I'd be worried about the dogs.
Nah. Especially
you
if
could probably suck
if it was
back
those
9
Mets
beers pretty
ones.
quick.
If it's those Mets ones, okay, I'm going to be a little more worried about that one.
I think those are brats.
If it's Riverhawks with those dogs that you can get, like the junior dogs they have, no problem.
Let's go.
Give that to me all day.
Let's go.
I could probably finish 9 through the first 2 innings.
I think we need to
and then I would
schedule
just have the beer the rest of the way.
Hogle, let's go. Smokes.
Or do you come out of the gates with beers?
Like you get hungry first.
Yeah. Like you come out of the
You're
gates, you get
hungry.
maybe like two dogs in,
I think you're onto
and then you
something,
start crushing beers. And you have up until
I'd probably crush one beer, crush a couple dogs.
no, you got to go like all 9 beers in the first 5 innings.
No, because then I'm gonna
You're
be
gonna puke.
Yeah, and then
You're
that
puking either way.
and that fills you up. But then that fills you up.
Not as long as you like do a little stir stick, like
I ain't doing that.
and then you get rid of
I ain't doing that.
the gas.
In the beer?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think Larsy's got to. You go hard first 4 innings, then you pace yourself. You try to crush as many dogs and beers as
good
you can
point,
through like the
Larsy.
first 4. Then you assess for 5, 6, 7, 8. You want to be done by 8. If you have like a little bit of beer or a little hot, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like
but
one
you don't,
dog left.
You also got to be paying attention to the score.
Oh, you screw the score.
No,
At
no,
this
You
point-
do.
I would hope you'd have a spotter with you, like a buddy.
Oh, like are you talking
I
about
make
the
sure-
score of like the dogs and the hot dogs, or like the game
The
score?
games are, I
You
need
gotta
to
know
know
what's
what's going
going
on
on. You gotta
because
time it.
if all of a sudden the Riverhawks are winning,
This is why.
I got to worry about that 9th inning if I have a lot left because it's like, hey, this could be quick. This could be 3 pitches. The
Well,
inning's
you just
over.
said you want to be
That's right.
done by 8, so it
I
doesn't
know,
even matter.
but you got to be paying attention. Because what if I get
doing
through 8
this.
and I still have one dog left,
I
and I'm
know
like,
he
okay,
is.
well, where am I?
Talking about
you need
if
to have
I know
2 friends with you.
if the Hawks are down or it's
volunteer.
tied, I know I'm good because it's like, hey, I have full inning to get
You
this.
need to
done.
have one spotter for the score, and then you got to have one hype man.
hype man.
I could be the hype
spotter, or just like
Yeah.
I can be encourager. I could do shoulder rubs.
Yeah.
Let's go, Maddie.
I don't think I need any of
Let's
that.
go,
too.
Maddie.
I don't think I would need any of that.
Okay, good. Then
I
I'll
think-
just sit and
I
have
think
beer
what
and
I
watch
would
the
need
game.
is just a normal
I'll
conversation.
stir your beer to make sure
I
I get
don't
rid of
need
all the
that.
gas.
I just
We're a
need a
team.
good normal conversation and just let me not even think about
Jazz
it. Boom,
is like,
boom,
let's go,
boom.
Matthew.
So I'll bring you ketchup packets.
Ooh, no. That's added calories. Can't
I
have
would
it.
do it later,
Just to make sure it can go down after.
just to add a little something.
Yeah.
On
I
the
think
last
on the
Flu
final,
Glizzies,
like 2 or 3, I would add a little mustard or ketchup or something
Yeah.
just to give me a little extra
taste.
something to go down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Early on, I'm not adding the extra.
the
calories.
first 7
No
glizzies
chance.
just got to go right down the hatch, eh?
Do you like get up and take a walk?
I'd probably have to go to the bathroom a few times. Especially the first time.
The beer
Done.
would go
like
right
you
through
crack
you.
the seal. It'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is doable. We can do this.
I think it is. I think other
we
people.
should.
It's got to happen. I said it last year. It didn't
I think
happen.
it'd be tough.
Well, I'm
The
gonna
only
find
thing
out.
is also too. I think I had this conversation with Gager because they don't serve normal canned beers, and it has to be beer. Can't be like seltzers or anything like that.
No.
Like I could do they're like gin passion fruit type. I crush those, no problem. Those
Yeah,
are
that's different.
easy. But they don't have like normal cans. I don't think normal size. So we calculated probably about 7 tall boys equals 9 beers.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what we calculated.
Here we go.
Because it's like 6 point something. So
Right.
we'd say 7 tall boys would equal those 9
Okay.
beers.
Okay. Or you could get like we could find cups and just be like, psh.
Measure them out.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
bring
true.
my my big 3-liter glass, and you can just put all the beers in there, and you can just drink it all.
That's one way to do
Well,
it.
you would
Is that
have
from
to.
Paul
Yeah,
Honor.
Polliner.
Poland?
You would have to, or else it would be too warm if you'd like keep
That's
nursing
true.
that big thing, right?
That is true.
I mean, it's have another cold one.
That would be the only thing you potentially might need somebody for is to go buy the next few.
Yeah.
That's why we're
You
here
wanna
for
keep
you.
it
That'd be the
nice.
one thing. Unless
and
it's like
crisp,
that's where
right?
it's like I need to go for the walk. I need to
Yeah.
go to the bathroom and stuff.
Is it? Do you want the beers to be crisp?
Yeah.
You don't want them.
know.
You don't want them warm.
I don't want them.
You
I
don't
want
want
to be
them
warm,
warm.
but I don't want them crisp.
You don't
either.
want them completely cold.
I want that gas
You want
out of
cool.
there.
You want cool.
So like open it up 5 minutes before each one.
Well, you could probably. Well, what's that guy from Bar Rescue?
I don't know.
John's.
I don't remember his
cat.
last name,
John. Oh, Luke used to love that show.
Yeah.
but he teaches the correct pour for beers.
Yeah, I've seen that.
right? And the way that a lot of people, because they don't want a lot of head on it, they're like, that's actually the wrong pour. You're supposed to do it so
really
that there is actually a lot of gas escaping because you don't get bloated, which is part of the issue that you may or may not get.
John Taffer.
John Taffer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Barry the Cheater.
So you get that, but then you also get more flavor. That's where the flavor is like trapped in the gas.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
very.
Like 6 o'clockers would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. The Riverhawks also upgraded the sound system at Remax Field. Yeah,
Oh, love that.
yeah, saw that earlier this week. Last
Sweet.
week, looks good.
That's great news.
Or should sound better. I mean, the stadium's 30 years old now. They've
They did a
breathed new
great
life
job with
into
it.
Yeah,
And more popular than ever.
yeah. It's
Not true. We looked up the attendance of the Trappers. The Trappers had about higher attendance years.
That's true.
Than they did, and they had a longer season. I remember looking, and I was actually a little surprised about that. So not more popular than ever.
Okay.
There was actually a point where the Trappers, there was a run.
they were
were back.
legit.
Like
Yeah.
that was like their
had
real fans though, right?
They had Trappers were pulling in like 7 for their season on average, and the Riverhawks I think last year was just a little over 5 or just under 6 or something. So it's great, but it's actually
awesome,
I was surprised at actually how well the Trappers had for a period of time.
But Jazzy, it is a vibe.
It is a vibe. That's
is.
what I mean. Everybody loves the Riverhawks. Doesn't matter.
It's fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, see, we're bringing in that nice warm
Yeah,
vibe
summer's
now.
basically here, right?
There we
You
go.
were imagining it because of this crap.
Speaking of baseball,
How about that?
how about that? Speaking of baseball, as we all know, apparently, so now this is the season opener with one game on Netflix is considered a season opener. What are your thoughts on this?
Baseball's done a long time since a single game for an opener.
Who's playing Canada's team?
No.
Yankees Giants,
Yankees Giants on
America's
Netflix.
and it's also on Sportsnet. I looked; it'll be on Netflix or Sportsnet.
Okay.
They have
Evil
done the
Empire is
opening
playing.
game for a long time though.
I did not know that. I thought it was like opening day has like games from like 11 a.m. till like the evening. So that's why people get really hyped.
No,
over
a
it.
number of years ago, because of broadcast deals, ESPN wanted. I think you were reading this. ESPN wanted. They created Sunday Night Baseball.
Yep.
Or they wanted the opening night to be on Sunday Night Baseball, and then opening day was the next day. So it's tonight's opening night. They've done opening nights before, and then tomorrow's opening day. So it's all day of, but it's not every it's a weird thing because the Jays don't even start till Friday. There's a number of teams that don't all start till Friday.
Yeah.
Just a weird. Little
How do you
start
guys
thing.
feel about the Jays this year?
Excited.
I'm fascinated by this team.
Yeah.
I am too, because I'm not sure. Did they get better on the hitting side or did they get better as pitching?
Also, are they going to be able to live up to expectations?
Well,
Yeah.
Which is a different thing.
Yankees
Yeah.
fan talking about it. I get where you're coming
No,
from.
but if you want to go through the history of the Jays for a little bit, there's times where you go in and you're having a great season and then they bottom out. And then there's years like last year where
Yep.
there was zero expectation. The expectation of
And
that
then
team
they went
was
the
to
distance.
basically get ready to go to, they should be relegated type thing. They're that awful. Mark Shapiro and Ross Atkins are the worst organizers of a baseball team ever.
Yep.
Shoot them off into the sun and the Jays go on a run and make it to the World Series. How are they going to handle the high expectations of being one of the favorites coming from the American League? Not of the American League East, just favorites of the American League in general. Are they ready for that?
I think they are.
It's one way to find out. Enjoy 162 game slog and see if they're there.
God, that's far too long.
That's the tough part about baseball for me. It's like I get
160
excited.
games?
I'm
Yeah.
excited about the Yankees Giants, although I'm not happy if the manager's still there and Aaron Boone. And like we're not. I know we're not going to win the World
You've been
Series
talking
this
about
year
this for
because
5 years.
Aaron
I
Boone
know.
is trash.
Here we go again.
But
He's not that trash because they kept them.
because he's the puppet for Brian Cashman. Here's how
Don't
bad
do
things
it.
are.
Just admit it.
There's a lot of people that believe because of things that Aaron Boone has said that he doesn't even like like Brian Cashman and management give him the lineup card. And they had to go to the Athletic and get some guy to write an article about it so Aaron Boone could have said, no, this is how I fill up my lineup card. Everyone's like, this is making it worse. You clearly get it. He's just the puppet for Brian Cashman. Both those guys need to go. Brian Cashman has been the GM of this team for I don't know how long, and he's won damn World Series. Get the hell out. It's about time. Hal Steinbrenner should do what his dad would have done many years ago and fire those two. But here's the other problem with baseball, this part. It's you get excited for opening, and then it's like, okay, well, when's July?
Settle in.
When's August?
Right? Like it's cool, opening weekend, all
No
that's
one
great.
really watches, yeah.
But then next week comes
60 games.
but it's going to be Masters right away. It's going to be NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. You got the end of March Madness, and it's just like, well, I don't care about game 6 of a 162 game season.
Yeah, wake me up when there's 10 left.
Anyways, going back to the Blue Jays, Max Scherzer, he's having a good preseason. He looks healthy, so there's something to look forward to there as well with the Blue Jays. However, what an unsexy matchup today. I'm sorry, but for Netflix to have the Giants and the Yankees.
Why is that unsexy?
Yeah,
That's sexy. Like you'd think you have kind of like maybe just say like the Dodgers and Blue Jays or something like that. Like something like
The Giants
Yankees
used to
are
be
one of
in
the
New York.
biggest brands in the world. Well, right off the bat, the Yankees are massive.
crazy rivalry is what I'm trying to say, right? Would have been more sexy today.
Jazzy, we got to go look back at the history of the Giants, and we got to think about the Yankees and how big they are, and reconsider our last statement.
I would not, because Netflix, the reason they're doing this for the record is because they're trying to appeal to millennials. And they're trying to get more young people involved into baseball.
And what hat do you see more than any other
Yankees,
baseball?
obviously, because it's at Dynamite for some GD reason. But the point is...
Okay, but that's if they're going to build an opening night, you can't complain about the Yankees if you're trying to grow something.
And you got West Coast versus East Coast.
Okay.
The Hangout's so
fair.
much better when people are fired up.
It's the weather.
Get it spicy.
Jamin saying Giants Yankees are an old rivalry, so there
Yeah.
is a long-standing rivalry.
Yes.
The San Francisco is a massive TV market. The Giants have a big history.
They were
It
the New York
actually-
Giants.
Don't let them sway you.
I would
Jazzy.
just say this right
Do
off the
not
bat.
let them sway you.
When I saw
Unk tape.
Yankees Giants,
Don't let 'em
the
sway
only
you.
reason I would have went, that's
Fire
an
back.
interesting matchup, is it's not AL versus AL
Yeah,
or
it's
NL versus
interleague.
NL. You've got the
Fire
interleague.
back.
Beyond that, it's actually two massive teams, massive franchises
Fine.
going at it.
Yeah.
Fire back, Jazzy.
But
Don't
the
let
thing
them.
is,
Don't let
someone
them do that.
someone like me that isn't like a die-hard watch, like knows all the history of all these teams, like not other than Canada's team, but that's a joke.
That's
the point is,
Toronto's team. Thank you very much.
okay.
Get them, Jazzy.
But I would be like, man, I want to see something like like the Mets versus the Yankees or something, right? Like, yeah.
But you're not American.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not trying to appeal to you.
They're trying to appeal to me because I'm a millennial.
Nuts in Canada.
just
They don't
said
care about
you like
Canada.
I
the
said
Blue
Netflix
Jays.
is. Like, that's why Netflix is doing this. This was their objective.
In the
Get 'em.
States.
With
Get
the
them,
MLB.
Jazzy.
In the States,
you
though.
She's not going to win this.
I just made one little. Okay.
It doesn't even
Let's
matter
just
to
talk
me.
about
I said
who lives
Hangout's
again.
better
No,
when
you've
they're
opened up
spicy.
the can of worms.
If they had chosen, I'm going to continue the same thread. Pirates versus Royals.
Ew.
Would sit there and be like, "What opening night is this?
I
What are we
don't
doing
care.
here?"
Even I know
a
that's
dog
hilarious.
But
crap.
like Yankees
Yeah.
Giants, I don't think anyone could sit there generally and be like, "Yeah, that's a weak opening night lineup." Ooh, they're not trying to appeal to people like that.
Stop pointing your finger at me.
It's like Jasmine would be like, the Mona Lisa. Ew, what is this?
Random.
Random. What is this, the Utah Mammoth?
Who is this chick looking at me?
Yeah.
I've seen that painting. Very underwhelming, man.
Who's Da Vinci?
She wouldn't call it Da Vinci. Who's this Da Vinci guy?
Da Vinci?
This say
Figure it out.
Versace. This say
Yeah.
Is he related to Versace?
Get him, Jazzy.
Yo.
Get him.
Good luck.
Oh, you guys.
Good stuff.
They've been playing since 1883. The San Francisco Giants, back as the New York Gothams. Then they became the New York Giants 2 years later. Have been in San Francisco since 1958.
And then the Brooklyn Dodgers
They
moved
have.
too.
They have 8
The
World Series.
Athletics.
The Brooklyn
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Where did they move to?
Wait, I know this. I have this backpack by Jackie Robinson. The Brooklyn Dodgers moved to LA.
Yay.
Yeah.
And then because New York didn't want another team, they brought in the
Mets.
Yay.
8 World Series titles,
There
23
we
NL
go.
pennants.
See, appealing to millennials.
I don't think you would have even known any of this unless you made that statement 3 minutes ago.
No, I just had to sound it out.
Yes. Continue, Matthew.
No, I'm just going through the history of the Giants to.
That's what I was concentrating on. The history of the Giants today.
They're almost as old as the Cincinnati Red Stockings. Reds.
It's just there's a history to them. Like Blue Jays don't sell in America.
Yeah, and
Well, you said why isn't it Jays Dodgers or something?
no, I just said okay. Because
that
it
would
was
be
the World
World
Series
Series.
last year.
Yeah, that would actually be a fair point.
But you're also
But-
not like Netflix is going to sit there and go, we don't care about Canada.
Canada.
No, that's true.
There's going to be a
Canada.
lot of Americans that are going to be like, we don't care about that.
I don't care about
that
the
team
Blue
from
Jays.
Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah, Max
Whereas the
Scherzer and
Yankees,
his weird
just
eyes.
right off the bat, you throw the Yankees in there.
Yeah. I would watch
Yankee
that
fans
game.
are across the U.S.
I don't care about the Yankees. I would watch that
A
game.
lot of teams sell tickets higher priced for single game tickets when like the Yankees and the Red Sox
Yes.
roll through town.
Yes.
Because Yankee fans are going to show up and they're going to be there. It's like when the Leafs or the Habs roll through Edmonton. From a marketing perspective, like Yankees are a big draw.
Okay, I want everything. I want all the analytics tomorrow. I want all the pitch. I want it all tomorrow. You gotta tell me.
And then you have to
Why
give
don't
that
you
to me
watch
for the
it?
Toronto Blue Jays.
On Friday?
You
Perhaps.
give me all the info.
Yeah.
Do you go through? I want the full recap. You preview of the starting lineup and your starting 9
Right?
batting order.
Yeah, I want slugging
I want to know
percentage.
full thoughts on Savage and what you think he's going to be able to do this
Okay.
year. You're going to need that from me on Friday.
Isn't he hurt right now?
Yeah, he's
All
on
right,
the
I guess
IL.
that you'll have to do it tomorrow since you're not here on Friday.
Oh, like a preview?
Full preview then.
Yeah, we can
Full
go over
preview.
preview.
This is amazing.
What did you say though?
I said this is amazing.
Before that.
Isn't he hurt though?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
He's on IL. He's starting the year there.
But like, how serious is this? How long are they expecting?
I don't know, but I know too much about the Blue Jays, and I need to stop this.
Why? It's Canada's team.
No, it isn't. It's Toronto's team that Canada
Throw it,
admires.
Tommy.
If it's Canada's team, why don't you know?
It's the same. It's the same as when you sit back and say we can't say we about the Oilers. You can say
It
we.
has nothing to do with we.
Same thing.
No, you can. You played for the Edmonton Oilers. You played hockey games for
Our
them.
team.
Not my team.
Who's your
I
team?
cover that team. I don't have a team.
Baseball team.
The Arizona
Yeah,
Diamondbacks,
that's
reluctantly.
That's tough.
Hey, they were in the World Series a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
they were. Respect.
I wanted them to win so bad too in
too.
that one.
It's really tough. Why did you pick them? Are you just pure Arizona everything?
yeah.
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 He was sad the Coyotes left. Devastated.
My parents were. I knew it was a long time coming. But don't worry, they'll be back.
So would the Suns be your basketball team if you had?
I don't have a basketball team. I just refuse.
Why you don't like good sport?
You know what? I just choose not to like basketball as much as others.
That's fair.
I can only focus so much on hockey, football, baseball, golf, table tennis, shuffleboard,
Oh boy.
water polo,
Oh boy.
cycling.
Okay. Anyways,
Thank you.
so some NBA. Oh gosh. Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You sure?
Jazzy, can I throw a question out quickly? Just while you're recovering?
Yeah, please.
Big Uke has a great question. What does Tommy hate more? People calling Toronto Canada's team or top 6 pods?
It's a bad question.
It's
Next.
a great question.
Were you mean to pods
Which
yesterday?
one?
No,
he
I wasn't.
was mean to pods yesterday.
No, I wasn't.
No, you're mean to Janmark.
And that's my boy.
The janitor sweeping it up.
I think we're just beating a dead horse here. Let's move on.
Canada's team?
No.
I mean, you could at least say you like the Raptors because they're
Why?
Canadian.
Why does he have to
Why do
like
I
the
have
Raptors?
to?
Because they're
I don't know.
Why do
Canadian.
I have to? I don't.
No, you don't have to. Fine.
You just suggested. No, I didn't say it like that.
Okay.
I don't care
Well,
about
then-
Toronto teams. I don't live in Toronto. I have no affiliation to Toronto.
Okay, I don't care.
You do. You're
Okay.
getting worked up about it.
No, I'm actually more interested in the Lakers. They are pretty interesting in the headlines. But if you guys want to know about the hot goss about Luka and his divorce,
Don't really. Not gonna lie, it doesn't matter.
Go on.
well, the quick update: Luka has hired a divorce attorney. That is a divorce attorney to like Kim Kardashian and a bunch of other celebrities. So he's going in hard. He is battling.
Pardon?
I says pardon? What'd you say?
Idiots.
Sorry? Jazzy, it's
Continue.
9:49 and you decided to take it off the rails already.
do anything.
Okay.
I'm just trying to talk sports.
No, you're not.
You were
You're
definitely
literally
not
not trying to talk sports.
Not when you're talking that way.
You're talking about a divorce and all of that stuff. That has nothing to do with sports.
But he's going in.
9:49.
Well, we can
going
talk
in
about
hard.
the Lakers as
What?
opposed to the Lakers were on a roll, lost a close one to the Pistons, and they're playing some really good basketball.
They are.
They are, to me, legit third best team in the West right
I
now.
agree with you on that one, though. I agree
That's
with
sport
you.
talk.
Yes.
Ah.
That's actually going into what's going on
but
with the
this is
Lakers.
Also, though, but since Luka has had his issue since March 10th, he is playing unreal basketball because he's bringing it all out on the court because of his divorce.
Or because it's just the right time of the year to turn it on. The team's turning it on at the right time, and him and Reeves and LeBron. LeBron's come back from injury, and they've found a way to make that work, which is a big question mark if the Lakers are going to work with all three once LeBron comes back. And it has worked. And I legit, like, you look at this Lakers schedule the rest of the way, I feel really confident they'll lock in third spot because they play a lot of low-end teams the rest of the way. What do they have the rest of the season? They get the Nets on Friday. No, they get the Pacers today, which is a low team. They get the Nets on Friday, a low team. They get the Wizards on Monday, a low team. Cavs going to be tough. They get the Thunder, tough. They get the Mavericks, low team. They get the Thunder again, tough. They get the Warriors, who are not, they're below 500. They get the Suns, a tough one. And then you get the Jazz, who are a bottom team. Of the remaining 10 games, no, remaining 9 games, 5 are against teams that are just crap. Right there, the Lakers should have 5 wins.
Yeah.
And then with that should lock them probably into third, which is great because if they see the Thunder would have to be in a conference finals, although they'll have to go up against Wemby in the second round. Right now, they would get the Nuggets in the first round.
They'd be out in the second round,
this
then?
is so good. I can't believe Tom's
It'd be
missing out on
tough.
this.
It'd be tough. I'd say that.
Yeah.
But the one thing is, where the Spurs were in the playoffs last year, does playoff experience come in at all? Could that catch up to the Spurs?
Yes.
You'd want to say yes,
Yes.
but Wemby is just on a different level.
Absolutely.
And I
Yeah,
think
but-
he just take over.
But
the
if
game.
LeBron and Luka step up like we've seen and know that they can do in the playoffs, I think that's the advantage that maybe you can have if you're the Lakers.
But look at OKC. They lost the first time they went to the finals as well, right? Against Boston. So you could argue that.
Well, I don't
the
think San
Spurs don't
Antonio's
have
going to
that.
get to the finals, but I think that they're going to beat the Lakers, right? So, like, the experience, yes, I get that aspect of it, but at the same time, like, San Antonio's good. They're
very
really
good.
They're a legit
And,
threat to the
yeah.
Thunder
They're
Yes.
legit
because
threat
of their
to win the
regular
whole thing.
season success against the Thunder.
Although
which is
OKC did
incredible.
beat them the last time. I think the last 2 times.
No,
they played.
that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
Spurs have they've won at least 3 or 4 meetings against the Thunder this
Yes, they
season.
have in the beginning, yeah.
Like, including, the NBA Cup and stuff like that. Like, if I'm the Thunder, I'm worried about the Spurs.
Yep.
But if OKC stays healthy,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't. By the way, it's Laura Wasser. She is Luca's new lawyer.
This doesn't
She's
matter.
Kim Kardashian's
This
lawyer,
doesn't
divorce
matter.
lawyer, Britney Spears, Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer Garner. Okay, just saying. He lawyered up very hard today.
Rip City Spurs have been managing Wemby's minutes all season. If they actually start playing him normal superstar minutes, look out. No, sure. I would rather Spurs Thunder first. If I had to go in order, I'd rather go Spurs to get to the Thunder than Thunder the Spurs.
Yeah, either way, you're out in the second round.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And that's not me trying to take shots. That's
That is
like,
just based on what we've seen this season.
yeah.
Which I'm a
Those
little.
two teams are just head and shoulders above.
Are you surprised the Spurs are this good this soon?
No, because you got Wemby. He's an absolute freak.
I know, but you still need a little bit of a team.
I get it. But
And I know they have
still
some.
him.
But
He's like,
what were they last
what's that
year?
guy on Street Fighter? Dulcima?
The one with the long,
Yeah, just long.
Dalsum,
Yeah, like, and it's just unfair because you kick you across the screen. It's the same thing as Wemby. Like, he's able to block shots. You think you're going to get something off, and his gargantuan arms are just going to block it. Like, he is a matchup nightmare for
but
anybody.
Like 34 and 48 last year, and I know Wemby got hurt during that season. The year before 22 and 60, year before 22 and 60, and now all of a sudden, this season they're not just a playoff team. What would they be? I'm just looking up their record.
And that while he looks that up, another thing with Wemby is he's passionate about basketball. Like he loves to play. He truly talks from the heart when he gives his interviews. They're refreshing, unlike that, BS that we hear from all athletes. Like he cares to win
Like
and
who
play
specifically in basketball?
54-18, by the way, second best in basketball.
well. I mean, I could argue LeBron James kind of thing,
That's
right?
good.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make
But
sure
he's a vet too, so it's just,
Yeah.
to him it's the same stuff. But not Sorry, what was that stat?
It was their record is 54-18, but the second best in the NBA.
Yeah. Okay.
Like that, to me, just that jump there, not to being like a fourth or a fifth seed in the West and then taking that next step. It was out of playoffs to right up there where argument best team in the NBA, you could argue.
But you've seen that in the NBA. The minute you get a superstar player, it shifts your whole team,
Yeah.
right? So you get a guy like Wemby, and then you get a couple guys that are, secondary threats. Instantaneously, you're going to jump.
I would argue, though, that's a good point, but I would also argue the reason the Lakers are doing so well is because Luka's getting divorced, just kidding, is because that LeBron has recognized that this is no longer his team, that this is Luka's team. And this is Austin Reeves' team, nonetheless. And now that he needs to take a back seat and be more of a mentor and just play the best basketball he can.
Yeah, so he's a secondary player now.
Yeah, but
right?
he needed
He's
his
number
ego
two.
to take a step back to do that. Or
It's
number
Luka.
3, I would say.
No, I would still put Reeves is a great player, but if Luka's not going, I would rather LeBron step up than Reeves, and I have more faith that LeBron's going to step up than a Luka.
Yeah, if you want somebody to win a series single-handedly, you're probably saying Luke and LeBron.
Yes,
Not Reeves.
Reeves is that great?
Yeah.
It, like as a 3, I love that 3 that they have.
Yeah.
It's just. There's going to be a game Luka's not going, and you need LeBron to step up. You're going to need him to take over that game. And when LeBron's not having a game, Luka needs to be taking over those games.
Yeah.
And Reeves just has to kind of be there,
Yeah.
like playing good basketball. And if he's not having a good game, then you just need Luka and LeBron both to be blowing it up. But it'll be tough. I like Rip City. The East actually has some good teams too. I think these playoffs will be great. They won't peak in the first round like the Bettman likes, though. And that's the thing. The NBA, it starts off slow, and then it builds, although, this year there's really good matchups, I think, that might come in the first round. Whereas hockey, I don't know what Bettman's fascination is in making sure it starts off strong and possibly peters out.
Yeah. It's the division, I get it, because they wanted to limit the travel and create more rivalries and all that.
Which we've seen at times.
have.
Oilers Kings, that was what he was hoping for, was that you see teams more often. But we got
However,
tired of it.
It's too much. 1 through 8 still does the same thing, but you see better matchups later on. And that's what you want, because there's times after the first round, like the second round in the NHL playoffs, you're like, oh my God, some of these matchups are bad.
Why did
Because you have two. You look at the Central Division, for example.
Stars Wild should be second rounds.
Yeah, minimum.
Well, yeah,
If it was a
I'm
1
projecting
through
if
8,
it was
right?
then the
Yeah.
Avs would go to the conference final, but those two
Yes.
would have to meet second round, and the winner of that would get the Avs
Yeah.
in the conference final. But we're going to get a conference final in a second round.
Yeah.
And
then
ultimately,
what happens in your conference final? Like when there's less going on later in the year, you want marquee matchups. You want people, tuning into to see Stars and the Avs in the middle, the late May, early June. That's what you want to see. You don't necessarily want to see, just I'm throwing a hypothetical out there, but you don't want to see in the Western Conference Finals like the Mammoth versus the Oilers.
Aha, random.
It's not random, but
are you talking about through a 1 through 8 or?
Yeah, like if you were to do current format of the way that the playoffs are, there is a possibility you could see that
Well,
particular
it'd be
matchup.
Nashville versus a Pacific team.
Yes,
That's what it'd be.
Yes.
But that means they would have had to gone through some.
You would have had to gone through those
Yeah.
things. So the big matchups would have been early, and then you get to the later matchup before you get to the Stanley Cup Finals. People go, I don't want to watch this. But if you got a 1 through 8, it builds a little bit slower. But by the time you get to some of those marquee games, the Western Conference Final, the Eastern Conference Final, it's all better hockey. Generally speaking.
Yeah, I wonder if Bettman, one of the things is he thinks that he knows that just in general, because of the sports played indoors on ice, that as the season playoffs go long, more people are just naturally going to tune out. So load up that first round, load up the TV audience early, because people are petering out. Like even if the Oilers get knocked out in the second round, there's a lot of people that are like, conference finals, Stanley Cup, I'll tune in at times, but I'm going to go to the Riverhawks Stinger. I'm going to go enjoy summer. Yeah. I'm done. I wonder if maybe that's part of it is he knows people are just naturally, even if we have a great matchup, naturally are going to slowly watch less because of the time of the year. Let's
Didn't
make
they
sure
have record numbers though in the playoffs the past 2 years?
I'd have to look. I wouldn't think so.
I don't think so. But the
They
other
might
thing
have had
too,
an increase.
when they switched from 1 through 8 on both sides of or both conferences, pardon me, to the interdivisional, I think there was a lot of complaints about the 1 through 8, and that's why they changed it. Now we're a couple decades later, and it's like, go back to 1 through 8 or go 1 to 16. Well, they used to do 1 through 16 in the early 80s, late 70s as well.
That's pretty cool.
But didn't they start? Part of the reason why they started the divisional was because they wanted to limit some of the travel. Wasn't it
could have
something
been
a financial thing?
Maybe.
Well, I thought
Financial
it was all
and
based
create
off
new rivalries?
Well, it was all based since we went to 2 divisions. They wanted to change the divisions because the plan was to get to 32 teams, I think, and it just went. They didn't want.
Well, there's
to
4 divisions, or was it? No, there's
we
2
had 3
divisions.
we had
3 divisions.
3 divisions in each conference,
Right.
And the winner of each division got first, second, third, and then basically it got seeded 5 through 8 for wild cards if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah.
Whereas the NBA, I know they changed at one point that because they at times had it if you're a 4th seed and you had a better record than the 3rd seed, you'd jump up. Because they thought, well, why? Just because we had seen at times in the NHL, there'd be that weak division that they'd be like, why are they getting a home ice advantage as a 3 seed when this 4 seed was better?
Yeah.
But I don't remember too many complaints of that system.
But they changed it, and then we're like, yes, heavy emphasis on interdivisional play, and the Oilers would play the Minnesota Wild 8 times a season.
Oh, I remember
It was
that.
like, oh God, this is too much. And then Eastern Conference wise, there would be one division where you wouldn't even play them in there. You would skip playing in an Eastern Conference division for the year. So,
You saw that heavy in the minors. It was even worse in the minors. Because you'd play teams 12 times.
I remember that. I remember you guys
man.
played San Antonio and Houston and
12 times.
Texas
this
12
was great
times.
again.
Yeah.
So you spend a majority of your season just in your division.
Yeah. The 3-3s that you guys did were crazy.
That's the one thing that I don't think we've ever talked about when it comes to travel. I don't want to hear anybody ever complain to me about the NHL schedule and the travel. There's games where we'd be in Houston on a Friday night. We'd play 7 o'clock, whatever, your game's done, you go home. You have to be at either LaGuardia or the Bush at, what time would it be? 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to fly to Chicago. And then when you land in Chicago, you then had to get on a bus, drive for another additional 1 to 2 hours, play your game that night, do the same thing in the morning because Sunday was always early. It was always a 4 o'clock game. And then there'd be times where we'd roll into the stadium half an hour before.
Yep.
And I think I might have messed up those airports. They're not LaGuardia.
LaGuardia is New York.
But what's the
Houston was George.
there is Bush.
Yeah.
But then what's the smaller one? Because there's 2 airports in Houston.
Yeah, I've only flown through the George Bush one.
Bush is a big one, but there's a smaller one. It's not LaGuardia, obviously, but anyway, we just had crazy travel. And the amount of times that you'd sit back and just be like, "Okay, this isn't real."
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's even in the dub, there's the 3-game road trip. You play Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the road, and you're on the bus the entire time.
The whole time.
And I do recall one. Maybe I'm misremembering this one, but I remember when CG did it once. It was something like in the mountains, out of the mountains, then back to the mountains. Friday, Saturday, Sunday type thing.
That's
it
rough.
was like the dumbest schedule type thing. Talking to Matt Barrett a couple weeks ago, I think they've gotten rid of those dumb ones. It's a little better when they do 3 and 3. It's structured better for travel.
Yep. The East Coast was really bad too. They would have they'd have like the semi truck and then the trailer that was retrofitted with bunks, and those guys would travel all night. There would be times because one of the first years I was playing in the minors, we ended up taking the Grand Rapids bus, and it wasn't a bus; it was a semi truck. And we took that thing, and we were talking to the driver. He's like, "Oh yeah, we'd be driving 13 hours throughout the night. You'd play, you'd park in the, right in the loading docks, the truck. The boys would get out, they go do their morning skate, they go find a breakfast place, get back in, they'd have their nap, or to go to the hotel, have their nap, do the game, back on the bus, drive another 13 hours to the next city." Like, that's insane.
I remember in Oklahoma City, the visiting team would always have a catered meal at the arena. They'd go into the media lounge after the game. Did you guys too?
We would get, sometimes we'd have catered meals. Sometimes we'd just get boxes.
Yeah,
so
the
you'd
box
order
lunch.
from a restaurant, you get your box, you're like, oh sweet, it's all cold. Get back on the bus and go. Like Rocky Thompson used to have like his own heat plate.
Yeah.
And he'd save his per diem, so he'd have his own heat plate, but then he'd have like soup. And he'd crack the soup and he'd be like cooking soup on the bus.
Well, Rocky spent a lot of years in the minors.
He did, but
So
I mean,
he knew the
he
ins
also
and outs,
saved,
yeah.
he saved a lot of money
Yes,
doing it
absolutely.
that way. But like, it wasn't until I played for Montreal system where Guy Boucher in Montreal did a great job. They're like, you guys keep your per diem, but we're also going to give you like a catered meal.
Yeah.
Like that was probably the first years when it like really turned. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice because Montreal took care of their guys really well. So it was just, some of the travel was just crazy.
13 hours?
Yeah.
13 hours.
That's wild. Like me as a child, we had to drive to Prince George every 6 months and I would be like restless.
Try doing that every third week.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a big guy and then getting on the ice and trying to move those legs. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you'd eat like at truck stops because you were late. So you had to eat at a truck stop to get back on the bus to make it to the rink. And then half an hour before, like there's fans, you're walking across the ice, right? Because you have to go from one side to the other side.
Yep.
But because they're already prepared for games, you actually have to walk across the ice in like with your bag and
What
stuff like
rink
that.
would that have been?
San Antonio would have
San
been one
Antonio.
of them.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
remember
was such
doing
a
that
weird
in
setup.
Seattle. Same thing.
The two NBA
because
rinks.
the pass was it was when it snows in the pass, it's really dangerous.
Yeah.
So a 4-hour trip could turn into an 8-hour trip. And so all of a sudden you're sitting on the bus and you're just like, oh my God, this is brutal. And then, oh yeah, game time. Oh yeah, fans were in the stands and they're giving it to you as you're walking across.
Of course they are.
Not in the mood.
Where are these idiots?
There were, and you don't have a 3-man equipment crew on the road. You have one guy
You have one guy and you're
Yeah.
just trying to figure it out.
trying to help
There's
him.
no such thing as a warm up. Just get on the ice cold.
Yeah.
God, what a time.
I have a question after.
This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Tommy, Belsey, Jasmine Iwanyk with you here. We've got Lock Shop Live, BP's in St. Albert, Southside, coming up at 11. Oil Stream there as well with Tommy and Dusty. EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne later tonight on our audio stream. We do have Crush Performance as well, the official drink of the EST Hangout. It is Dylan's Small Batch Distilleries, refreshing cocktails made by the #1 canned cocktail brand, made the right way, crafted right here in Canada. Jasmine, what was the question?
The question is, so like I follow like luxury accounts and stuff like that. No kidding. But there's like some that will have like, for example, like a really gorgeous RV bus that is literally not even like a house. It's like a penthouse. Like it's just so gorgeous with all the upgrades. Like, is that something that can happen in the future for example, like
In the minors?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Because it's like a money thing.
It's the money and
Budget.
trying to do that. Like, yeah, you'll never do that. The only time we had a nice bus was in Oak City. And we had in the back, there was couches, table, but then you could move the couches to bunks.
Okay.
So it turned into bunks.
Nice.
So
Functional.
that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
But we only got that bus probably 5 times max. All the other times it's just a regular coach bus. And then, so you got to get creative on the way that you sleep. So guys would like bring gym mats,
Yeah.
right? Put them on the floor. They'd have their blankets or pillows. They would sleep. One guy would sleep underneath the seats, and then the other guys would sleep across the top of the seats. And so you just kept you just alternated. But The floor was kind of nice, especially if you had like a comfortable setup because you
Yeah.
had like space. It was just those times where, snowstorms, blizzards, whatever, where you didn't know what was going on and the bus would just abruptly stop. And you're like, oh, that's probably not good because you just go sliding. Like, yeah, that stuff was always fun.
Well, if there's any like rich person out there that wants to invest into this, perhaps it's a good business idea. Never know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pay to play. Never know.
Yeah, Prince George can't afford that. Like,
Those were some of the worst trips going to Prince George. Because I think Tri-City to Prince George on a bus is like 15 hours.
That's why. Well, on car it's like 7 to 8 hours. Yeah.
Tri-City.
Because I know that Spokane and Prince George are playing in the first round, and I'm pretty sure that's 13. And Tri-City's 2 hours from Spokane.
Kennewick, Washington. I want directions to Prince George.
Give me an official.
Max, the teams need that Spice Girls custom double-decker bus.
Yeah, they do.
Legit.
Prince George, Kennewick is a 13-hour drive.
Yeah, brutal.
Ugh.
Add a couple hours, though, because it's a bus.
It's a 4-day train ride. 10 days if you want to walk it. 3 days if you want to bike it.
So you can't take a little plane?
Most teams don't have enough money for that.
Dollar
I
bills.
see.
Yeah.
The big teams in WHL probably could do it, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of teams that don't have that kind of money. It ain't going to happen.
In the dub, they're not supposed to fly though, right?
No.
Everybody's supposed to be quote unquote equal.
It's the same as in the playoffs. Like until it's the final, you can't fly.
And I was on the plane with the Oil Kings and the Winterhawks
Yep.
2 years in a row, and you're on the same plane.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
And it's awkward.
One team in the back, one team in the front,
Media and staff from the league in the middle.
in the middle, so there's no issues.
Yep.
Yep. Bury a guy from behind later that night, have to walk down the
Right by him.
What's up?
right by. What's up, dude? How's your neck feeling?
I think the Oil Kings go on a nice run this year. It'd be
Hopefully.
great to see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
When's Kurt Hill going to be gone? When's he going
To an
poached?
NHL team?
When's he going to get poached?
Yeah.
Oh,
see.
yeah. Okay.
If you build another solid team, you go on a run. You did it twice. Your last one there should have been more titles, but COVID and all that.
Yeah.
You come back, you rebuild again. You have to have the question: is when does he get poached to something bigger and better?
Now, if I was the Oilers and I was looking at doing a management shuffle, I would start incorporating him in there
Yeah,
and let him learn and cook. He has NHL experience, I believe, as a scout. Mm-hmm. But if that was why he was brought in, Peter Chiarelli was supposed to bring him along.
Oh, really?
Yes.
how old is he?
He's 40. He's already.
yeah.
You would have played against him in the dub.
I think I played
Yeah.
against him, yeah.
He was born in '88. He's 38 years old.
Oh, okay. A little bit younger than.
But yeah, I definitely think I played against him.
Great guy. Very
that's the
smart hockey mind.
You got a lot of time. Like you bring him into the folds. You bring him in as assistant GM and slowly teach him the ropes. And then one day, that's just a natural progression. If you have if you're the Oilers, you're
That's
trying
a
to plan
logical one.
for not an immediate change or anything. Like, hey, we're going to build a nice plan of succession, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Hill's going to come in as AGM. He's going to learn. And the day that Stan Bowman's done, you hope that's after a number of years, a couple of cups, but we're going to transition to Kurt Hill.
Yeah.
He takes over. Boom. Look at this succession plan that we have here. And that maybe was one of the biggest flaws that they had of the Ken Holland situation was there was no plan.
It was Steve Stais, and it completely fell through
Well, then that's
Yeah, but why did it fall through?
because Andlauer bought the Sens.
Oh, that's right. Because, yeah, they're good buddies.
Yeah.
Very good buddies.
It's your Hamilton Bulldogs connection.
Yep.
And
they're getting a team again. Are
They
not?
are. They're getting the Islanders farm team.
AHL.
Bridgeport.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about it on Hello Hockey.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You
Because
may or may not have been with us.
I was. There was renovation to Cops Coliseum, now
Yep.
known as
TD something.
TD
They needed it.
Arena.
They needed it. They need to clean up that area.
Yeah.
It was different. It's different.
Did you get stuff stolen from there?
Yeah,
Or was that somewhere else?
my truck got stolen from there.
Yeah.
Damn.
And ended up on this little area, probably about 30, 40 minutes away. But there was at that time, there was like a ring of break-ins. And people were...
String?
Yeah, like it was just... yeah, car theft all over the place.
Where did you guys park when you played there?
There was a underground. There was a parkade just across the street,
Yeah.
and then they literally go right in there and just jack your car.
Jeez.
Or at the malls, because anything close to the highway,
Yeah.
your car was gone. Especially if you had a nicer one,
That's brutal.
gone. There's nothing worse. I think when my car got stolen, I was at a movie.
Which one?
Oh, I don't remember.
You can't remember. You think you remember.
Neither one I
They give
remember.
you like a bad taste.
All I remember-
I'll always
Sorry.
remember that movie because that's when my car got stolen.
Yeah. All I remember is I walked out and I'm like, "Where's my car?" And they're like, "Didn't you park over there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." There was no glass, nothing. I'm like,
Jeez.
Did you leave it unlocked?
"Nope, I locked that thing."
Are you sure? There's no glass.
I'm positive.
Okay.
That was just a
You're positive that, but you can't remember what movie.
no idea.
Yeah.
I'm questioning your memory right now.
Yeah.
It ended up right next to my buddy's car, and both of them were completely stripped.
That sucks. Like you feel so violated. hey?
Totally.
Yeah.
Right? And to know that like this nasty ass person had their butt in that seat, like gross.
Yeah.
I had my old car broken into twice. It was very frustrating.
Ooh.
Never stolen.
Twice.
Just someone rummaged. I parked at the Coliseum. I didn't have parking yet. I was working for the Score, and so I parked on like 100 and something Ave, 120th Ave in the Montrose area, and got broken into there. And then once at my parents' old place, someone just smashed the window. Didn't take anything.
Yeah.
Oh, great. It's like at least like have a
On
purpose.
Christmas Eve.
Oh, that awful person.
Yes.
That's so sad.
I wish them ill will.
Yeah, that's them. Them
Yeah,
are dumb
you do.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
They don't have a family to
was
spend it with.
A pain in the ass.
Yeah. My brother, his car was stolen. And I just remember when they recovered it, like I think 4 days after, and it just smelled like cigarettes.
Oh.
Like that's what made it's like he like took care of his car, but it just like it was just like
Yeah, you feel just
It's so violated.
Changes
Yeah.
the vibe of your
yeah,
vehicle.
so like scratches
you
on
want
the
to get rid of
dashboard.
it. Yeah.
Luckily, I lived like pretty close to the rink. I counted it one day. I lived 300 steps off Hess Village. And Hess Village is like the party street.
Oh, okay.
So I just walked to the rink basically every day after.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting a new vehicle until I get back to Edmonton.
Yeah.
And I ended up, just walking the whole time.
How lovely was that? I love the idea. I would love the idea of walking more.
At times, it was really nice. At times. Other times, not so nice.
Weather?
No, it wasn't
okay.
the weather. It was usually dependent on the time you got back home. So if it was like 2:30 in the morning and you got to walk through with your bag, your luggage, and you're
Yeah.
walking back through Hess Village, and
Yeah.
it's an absolute gong show because the streets are empty or are starting to be flooded because the bars are ending and there's fights everywhere and it's a weird vibe. That part is like, didn't care for that much.
Kevin Quinn used to say Hamilton was the city that got forgotten in the 70s. And I was like, what does that mean? He goes, just go there.
Yeah, I've heard some things about
Yeah.
Hamilton. Rough place.
Yeah.
Casino Dealer J. The movie was. Oh wait, he wrote. He said it's a movie that you probably don't want to admit to watching.
Avatar.
Geely.
Honestly, if I remembered it, I would tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have no idea. All I remember is my car was missing and I was sour.
That's so frustrating.
And that you did lock it. Portions of this hour of the Hangout are brought to you by the High Product Marketing. Official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out at highproductmarketing.com. If you're looking for any sort of promotional products for yourself, for your company, whatever it might be, an event, connect with Chelsea and Brett with the High Product Marketing. NBA Board of Governors have also approved a vote for the league to explore bids and applications for expansion teams exclusively in Vegas and Seattle, so nowhere else.
Both of them.
All 30 voted in favor. Expected to generate between $7 and $10 billion for each team.
Jeez.
Target is 28-29 season for them to both to start playing. According to ESPN, multiple high-ranking officials have turned expansion as, quote, when, not if, as they're trying to go to 32. They've hired a firm to help look this out. I think the Kraken ownership group, there's a female involved. They've changed some things. It seems like they're going to be the ones heading up the bid for the Seattle Supersonics to return.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And it was always rumored that it was Fenway Sports Group that will go for the Vegas, but I guess we'll find out you need $7 to $10 billion for this team.
Wasn't LeBron supposed to go in on that?
He's part of Fenway.
part of
Sports.
Fenway.
He's part owner of Fenway.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the Sonics coming back. Girls get it done. I love it. Power to the girlies. But like Seattle
How
would
does
be
that go again?
Can you do that one more time?
girl power considering they're talking about the Spice Girls.
That
but
wasn't the same.
it was like
No, that was way
it just
different.
naturally comes to me. Things.
Oh, okay.
The Mavericks majority owner is a lady. Bought the big chunk of the team from Cuban.
And allow them to trade Luka.
Yeah,
That's right. And is now in a bitter dispute over the arena with the Dallas Stars. So that's
exactly.
Good ownership group.
good. Boom.
Interesting how they're doing an expansion for two of them, not like moving the Grizzlies or something.
It's because the owners get anywhere between 14 and 20 billion dollars, just like that. And if it's like the NHL, you don't have to share that with the players.
That's right.
That's just your money.
Cha-ching.
Do you think they should share
20
with the players?
No,
Okay, all right.
it's their business. They own it.
Yeah.
And the players, they get an extra
26 new jobs.
Fair.
20 divided by 30, that's $667 million at like each team would get type thing, if you want to break it down that way.
That's flush.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice little chunk of change to have right
Not
there.
bad.
Both those cities will thrive, though. Obviously, Seattle has unreal fans, and all the people from Vancouver will drive over.
Yeah.
That will thrive. Obviously, Sonics have such a rich history. And then with Vegas, it's the tourism, right? Everybody catches a Vegas game when you're there. And
2 million
athletics
fans that live, or 2 million
2
people
million
that
people.
live in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
they're
That's
good fans
fair,
there,
Jasmine.
too, right?
Yeah.
The residents, right?
Yeah.
So.
But
Legit.
Yeah.
It's now like we've seen the NHL expand and stuff in the next one. It's just you just see the economics in the NHL next one, like it's going to be 3 to 4 million, and here you're seeing 7 to 10 billion dollars. Just the difference between those leagues.
I think with Vegas, the plan is to build a new arena, basketball specific. Seriously, I don't think they're going into T-Mobile.
It's just we used to mock Phoenix for having an arena for everything, and
Yep.
Vegas just like even with their sport, like you're a little ridiculous.
They have the Thomas and Mack Center at UNLV. They have T-Mobile Arena. They have the arena at Mandalay Bay. I think there's one
MGM
at
has one?
MGM Grand. They have where the Henderson Silver Knights play. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. There's the Orleans Theater
Is it
where
be-
the ECHL team used to play.
It's just because there's like they have so much money that they can do that.
I think each venue is capable of building its own stadium / arena that they do that.
Yeah, they got all that casino money rolling in.
Yeah.
Even with what's happening with tourism supposedly being down and stuff,
yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Interesting. And I guess this way they won't compete with the NHL schedules and such. And then you can catch both games and stuff when you travel.
Yeah. Baseball stadium's well under construction as well on the
Yeah, they
strip.
showed some video yesterday for the 2028 season. Let's get that going.
The Athletics.
The Athletic.
When does it? And that the other
They
thing with the
play the
NBA
Blue
is then
Jays
his
on Friday.
expectation is Memphis would move to Vegas or Nashville. That Memphis will be relocated at some point too.
The basketball team?
Yeah.
Nashville was great.
And it'll be interesting to see what baseball does because you've now watched hockey possibly go up to 36.
Yeah.
Then it falls at 32. They just make a boatload of cash. The NBA is now going. We're going to go to. When does baseball sit there? Like, okay, we're going to add 2.
Maddie, that's interesting that you brought up Nashville because they would, I think, naturally play at Bridgestone Arena, which I think is supposed to be going through some big renovations. So maybe that'll be basketball friendlier, which I'm sure they do basketball there already. It's a pretty good.
Yeah.
You played there, right? Like it's a pretty
nice
good sports facility, and it also has this huge sound stage area where big country tours or any rock tour, any tour can set up the stage and work on the lights and the sound and everything before loading it up into trucks and sending it off to a North American tour. It's fascinating.
Inside Bridgestone?
Inside Bridgestone Arena. Yeah.
interesting.
So it's like you got the arena.
Yeah.
Then there's this like monster like side part to it. And you can set up a whole concert stage for arena tours. And they test everything out. Remember there was like, I can't remember if Carrie Underwood was doing it, but they were rehearsing.
Yeah.
And it was right before a big tour. And they're like, there's security everywhere. Can't go back here. Can't go back here. Because sometimes, and then one time there was someone that was rehearsing and they're like, do you guys want to see? And we're like, yeah. Can't remember who it was, some country.
Of course it was.
Jim Bob Duggan, like whatever.
Jim Bob.
Yeah.
The other airport in Houston
Stereotype.
is Hobby. It's called Hobby Airport. William P. Hobby.
Wow, this is like a recall to like 50 minutes ago or something.
I just was thinking about it.
It was
I'm like,
bothering you,
It was
wasn't it?
bothering me. I
Yeah.
was like, man, that's not LaGuardia, idiot. So, yeah, no. William P. Hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, just had to share
Thanks,
that.
Belsey.
Yeah, thank you.
It's learning time.
Doesn't feel so good being ganged up on, eh?
This is
No, it's quite fine, actually. It's quite nice. Yeah. I can handle my own, Jazzy. Don't you worry about me.
I always have to, okay? I'm used to this. Can I just give a quick shout out to CJ though?
Yeah, we got to hear about this.
Yeah, let me quickly tell you guys about my Chicago trip. Not much to tell you.
Did she get her hat?
She got her hat.
Yeah.
I
All right,
took that
everybody,
hat.
settle in. Jazzy's going on a story. Settle in.
Honestly, I
Here we
have
go.
nothing to really
Hey,
tell
no
you.
injuries.
No
That's
Yay.
good. Nice
Success.
work.
Oh, the under. Too good. It was 1.5. So as a couple of you guys know, I did go to Chicago to see the river get dyed green and to see, St. Patrick's there because it's like 500,000 people that usually are all over the streets on that Saturday. But unfortunately, it was one of the worst trips I have been
Oh,
on.
no.
It was
What?
It was freezing.
Gets
it
cold
was
there.
like I've been to we live in Edmonton. I've been to winter in Toronto, Marielle, Iceland, Northern India, but this was the coldest I've ever felt in my life. And I get it. They call it the Windy City for a reason. No shit. I couldn't breathe. And on top of that, I was sick. I was sick.
Aw,
Me and my
that's always the
friend,
worst.
we were all sick except one who's on super immunity. So we at the end of the day, we kind of want to just get back to the hotel, right? And just get, take a hot shower and just relax and didn't want to, but I did get St. Patrick's. Our friends, all of us.
What does that mean?
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out. I don't know
Yeah,
what that means.
tell me more.
So that Saturday when they dye the river green, by the way, it wasn't even that busy because it was so cold. So people would just couldn't withstand it for too long. So I didn't get to see people's antics. So CJ, we met her up at this place.
CJ's great, isn't she?
She's stunning. She's single. I can't believe it. Stunning woman. Very fun, very successful. Love her. But yeah, got the hat to her. Thank you. So anyway, so we go to this bar at Parlor and get this. So you buy tickets for $60 and then you get unlimited drinks and unlimited
Have you not had that before?
pizza. No, because I don't think they do it in Canada. But it's unlimited premium drinks for 9 a.m. till 12 p.m.
Not bad.
Isn't that wild?
12 p.m. or 12 a.m.?
12 p.m.
So you get 9 a.m. till
For
12
3
p.m.
hours.
You get
Yes.
a very limited time of this.
Yeah, but the servers are coming around.
That's noon.
That's noon.
That's not
3
AM.
hours.
Yeah.
So it's
So, okay. So you're starting early.
$20 an hour.
Real
worth of
early.
drinks.
Real
I don't
early.
think I'd like that.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
need
want to span for the
breakfast.
day, and if I'm
Yeah.
trying to get my money's worth,
Yeah.
And I'm trying to go
Yeah.
I'm done
pedal to
early.
the metal at 9
I'm going to
a.m.
bed at 3 p.m.
God, let's go, boys.
So
or girls.
I would not do that one.
We were pretty tired by noon.
You guys were hungover.
We
or
were
drunk.
we all went back to the hotel and took a nap because
Why would you want to go full bore
And what day
at
is this?
9
Saturday,
a.m.?
It's
Sunday?
Saturday.
At
Oh,
9
no,
a.m.
that's
Yeah.
early. That's
Wow.
you gotta
good
ease
on you, I
into your
guess.
day.
That's a tough
did
one.
unlimited pizza, really
That's a
great
lot
setup.
of pizza early and before noon.
Yeah, well, obviously we
Seriously.
didn't eat the pizza till 10:30,
Did you
11.
mix in an egg? at
Oh,
least?
obviously.
Like a water?
That makes it so much better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I drank a lot of champagne because it
No,
was
an
premium.
egg. An egg. Breakfast.
Like
Oh,
You
no.
have breakfast in the morning and then, yeah.
No, I had the pizza.
So you started
Okay, hold
booze-
up.
Wait,
Yeah,
yeah.
But
but
you didn't eat
there's
pizza
some-
until 10:30.
But you
That's
started
right.
When you
boozing
started drinking at 9,
and you didn't have anything in your stomach at
So I
that
was
point?
drinking at 9:45-ish, but
and you didn't eat it beforehand.
well, we didn't. First of all, I never realized there was unlimited alcohol when we got there. I thought we had to buy our drinks and then.
I think at that point, even you just got to start eating the pizza before.
Yeah.
Just to get something
Get a base.
before the
we ate a
drinks.
lot of pizza.
Before the drinks, though. But if you're knowing I'm coming,
You need to have
it's unlimited.
something in there.
I haven't eaten. I need to crush 2 slices of pizza
Yeah.
quickly here before I start
Yeah.
drinking.
And you didn't do that?
No, we were just.
Oh,
I was
boy.
so confused. I felt bad. I didn't really tell my friends, and all of us
boy.
were like, "We need to capitalize on this." So yeah, we went back and took a nap.
So,
but it was the coldest day that day. Just
okay,
so you
so
know.
just so
Yeah.
I'm clear, this place opened at 9. is done at 12.
The free pizza, free
Booze.
premium.
So you have
booze.
3 hours.
Premium.
I'm going to assume that it took an hour to get ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you're up at 8ish.
Yeah.
Maybe like
Yeah, 8.
7:30,
No,
7.
8.
Takes
We were
you an
up at
hour and a
8.
half
so-
to get ready minimum.
Within
like
that
all
time
women.
from like, let's call it 7:30, just for argument's sake, to 9 before you got there, you didn't even like throw, just anything in the system.
See, I don't do that. I don't. eat
Well,
breakfast.
obviously we had coffees.
You don't go boozing at 9,
know,
Maddie.
But she
didn't
said
get
she
there
didn't know
at
about
night.
that part.
I didn't.
So why were you going to this place?
That's what I need to
Because
know.
in Chicago,
yeah.
you can't get anywhere. You have to buy tickets.
Yeah.
And weeks in advance. or
Okay,
you're-
so you bought tickets to this weeks in advance.
Exactly.
And
Things
you
to
didn't
see.
at all read about what you were going to.
No, I didn't understand what it was. You like buy a table and tickets, and that's all I knew. Well, and
Did you know there was going to be drinks?
CJ,
no,
can you
I didn't know they were
validate this
included.
stuff,
I thought
please?
maybe it was one drink or something included.
Okay,
in the
but you knew
ticket.
there's booze there and there's drinking.
Obviously, but I thought I'm
Okay,
paying for
then
it.
to your point, you're going to
Thank
that.
you.
You need to be able to even if I'm buying drinks while there, I can't be doing it on an empty stomach at this early
You
in the
can't
morning.
have a little, you have
Yeah.
to have a
Excuse
little
me.
sustenance.
I need some mimosas on an empty stomach. That's what I thought I was gonna have, like gradually, like a mimosa. Like I did not think we were gonna drink that much. I literally thought it'd be like we were paying for it, our normal life where we just have a drink an hour or something, right? You're just chilling.
No, yeah. But you still want a little food.
Yeah,
I agree. You don't have
I'm
on the
not
idea of
liking that.
possible
Just a
food or
small
something.
amount of
Okay, I'll say
sustenance.
even when you know, like I'm assuming you're thinking Saturday was going to be a day of drinking.
Yeah, I did.
You know, you got to get food in to start that day.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were eventually gonna do it. Like it was just gonna like be a check stop or a checkpoint or whatever. You know,
Yeah,
in
but
your
if
day.
you
like
start
that's
off
that
with booze,
Then we're gonna eat.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna
Yeah,
drink. Then we're
you're
gonna eat some
chasing
more.
after
Bars
that.
stay
You're
open
just
till like
chasing.
5 down
You're
here.
just over.
Fine. Whatever. You know what though? Whatever. We went back, took a nap. Then we got up, got ready, and then it was just so cold outside. Like it was free. It was snowing. It was just the worst.
You get
And
lake effect.
you just didn't. And then you're kind of sick, so you don't feel like doing anything.
Being sick on vacay always stinks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that one always.
unfortunately,
It's
that-
just, you don't want to drink as much. If anything, depending what type of sickness, you have a sore throat or something. Just even eating food can't. Like, yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you guys go to Viagra Triangle?
Okay, so it was so cold, we couldn't.
Why was it cold?
It was, you guys. Don't, okay, so I got out of the Uber on the first day, and it was so windy. My body fell in front of the Uber onto the street because it was that windy.
was it that? No, I'm just gonna leave that one alone.
No, I didn't drink anything. Is what you're
Okay.
asking. That was the Friday when we got there. But anyways, my recommendations out of all the places I
You
went
didn't
to.
booze on the plane?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
we had a drink in the airport. Thank you.
Okay. It's a lot of
You're
holes
welcome.
in the story.
Yeah,
Lot of
it's
holes.
one beer
Yeah,
and a glass of wine.
there's some holes.
There's one drink, now it's two.
Yeah, see?
Well, one at the airport and then one on the plane, right?
Okay.
And on the way back on Air Canada, they give you unlimited. Just, shout out. But
Yeah, they've switched to free drinks.
excellent service. It's just like, because we have so much WestJet in like the west side of Canada, we don't get Air Canada options often. And Air Canada is also a bit more pricier too if you choose that option for shorter travels. Anyways, excellent. I had to write them a really good email because I was really impressed.
They got you.
Well, they were just so nice, and it was
got you.
refreshing to have someone have everybody have a good attitude. But Bar Mar, absolutely unreal. Love that place. And there was a 3 Arts Club, tremendous, beautiful inside. Another thing with all the restaurants and bars there, the volume was low. Like we could normally talk. The music wasn't blasting everywhere we went.
This is good or bad?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Like
Yeah.
I'm not yelling at you across the table, right?
You just yell at me in studio.
Yeah, about
But you're right.
basketball. Yeah. Food was very salty. River was cool to see it green. We did get a boat tour. That was the only few hours that we got were warm, thank God. People are very friendly, very Canadian-like.
Aren't they awesome?
Yeah. Very,
Everybody dresses good.
yeah, everybody dresses pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, the weather did ruin the trip. I will go back in the summer. I got to give it another chance. So thanks for anybody that cared. Thought I'd give you a back overview. CJ, girl, can't wait to see you again. What?
I got nothing.
What's your problem?
I got nothing. I'm just enjoying the story.
Just let it be.
It was just a quick tourist story.
Yeah, I enjoyed the story.
A lot of Blackhawks.
Did you get to any Bulls or Blackhawks games?
We were going to go to the St. Patty's game, but we just felt so gross.
But you were there for a few other days, and you were looking at other games. Did you go to any? Like, you
No.
didn't go to any of them?
Remember I tried to tell you I wanted to get like Bulls like courtside seats if they were,
Weren't they like
reasonable.
$4 or $5,000?
But so then you just chose not to go to a game if you can't go
Yeah, we
courtside.
didn't.
Can't get courtside. I'm not going to see an NBA game.
We were miserable.
Okay.
We like hung out in the lobby mainly. Our hotel was nice though.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
But as you were starting that, I do have to just go back to this casino dealer, Jay. An hour later, Belsey will mention the movie he forgot he was watching.
Somebody said the movie you went to was Dude, Where's My Car?
Great movie.
Dude, where's my car?
Yeah, or Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, for sure. That one for sure.
Yeah.
Dude, Where's My Car was a fun movie.
It was.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Oh, you guys must think I'm actually like. It's funny how Instagram and stuff makes it look so different than what like it really went on. But like I hardly drank that trip other than I was like free drinks, premium drinks, sick. Like, other than that day, yeah, it was pretty chill.
Well, I'm sorry you were sick, though.
Yeah,
that always
Yeah.
stinks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's a bit
guys.
of a drag.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Those
that.
are always awful. EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts. More than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. They would have on still their March Madness deals. 75% off 8 weeks on 5x5, 10x20, or 10x30 units, sentinel.ca. Did you fill out a bracket at least?
Yeah, I did.
Do you have a bracket?
No.
How's your bracket looking?
Not well, but it usually kind of matters at the end when you can land the final four, right? So I feel like I can do it. I got Michigan. Wolverines winning it all. What about you? Well, losing to Duke, winning to.
I have Duke over Michigan.
Yeah. Okay.
But I had Florida.
It's a tough bounce.
Yeah.
Well, I had them going to the Final Four, and then I have Arizona not going to the Final Four. And in the pool I'm in, where there's a lot of money, if Duke beats Michigan, I need Arizona not to get the Final Four, and I'm good. I took Arkansas all the way to the Final Four.
Interesting.
Oh, John Calipari is their coach.
Okay.
So I need them to beat Arizona, but I was actually surprised. Maybe I don't know why I didn't pick Purdue over Arkansas. I do like coaches. That's just why Duke scares me for the next one. Because they get St. John's, and as you get further, you get a Rick Pitino coach team's always going to scare me. Although we get a great matchup. I don't know if it's Thursday or Friday. Michigan State versus UConn, classic school. Were they back-to-back champs with Dan Hurley? Or were they just one-time champs? I think they've been back-to-back. I can't remember.
UConn?
Yeah, with Dan Hurley. I don't remember if they went back-to-back. Thought they did. And then they're going up against Michigan State with Tom Izzo, who's just legendary.
And then UNC fired their coach after losing twice, 2 years.
Yeah, he's got to go.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. What's so funny, Tom?
Paul texting in. Hi, Paul. Jazzy, don't listen to these three unks. Tom and Belsey have definitely been loaded by noon at some point. Definitely not Matt, though. Signed, Paul.
I love that. Thank you.
I feel like Maddie has been hammered by noon at some point,
Loaded by
multiple
noon.
times.
I don't know.
Maddie's a silent assassin.
I don't know if I don't know.
I don't know if I've been loaded
so
by
good.
noon either.
Yes, you come on.
By
Does
noon?
it count if it was a day before?
Yes.
No.
No, I don't think
I'm thinking
it
that
does.
you're waking up, getting
Yeah.
loaded by noon. I don't know
No,
if
I don't think
I
I've
can
never,
say I don't think
never
I've
done
ever
that.
been loaded by
Yeah,
noon.
No.
Have I had day drinking? Have I
Have I
started?
started around that time? Yes.
I was at
But, like-
Spirit Breakfast this year, but I paced myself. I was not
That's
loaded.
a tough one to pace yourself.
I was
That's
absolutely
impressive.
pacing myself on that one.
Not like a Mexico trip.
I was buzzed.
I have never been loaded by
not
noon.
loaded. Not loaded.
No.
guilty.
Yeah.
Dude is the best way to describe
Well, you're
you
by
two,
the
I feel
pool.
like,
You're playing tequila volleyball. Like, what's the big deal?
I think part of that too is I probably in Mexico I'm sleeping till like 9.
Yeah, that's true.
9:30.
Yeah,
And I'm
no
waking
rush,
up early,
not
so I don't
loaded
have
by
enough
noon,
time.
yeah.
And then I get I'm drinking early, but it's
Yeah.
I know I have a long day
sustenance
ahead.
in, and then it goes
Yeah,
from there.
That's what you do naturally.
Yeah.
You don't get to the pizza at 10:30 or
Yeah.
10:40.
Yeah.
Hey, it was St. Patrick's Day in Chicago.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did that struck a chord with you somehow?
Right, but we're not saying that you didn't have to drink there. It was the not planning of the eating.
Right.
The empty
the
stomach. That when there was
That's
also an
opinion.
option,
It's-
but not before the drinks.
It's the
usually-
equivalent of going into a game and then within the first minute you're down by 1. You're chasing. You're
Yes,
chasing the rest of
100%.
you're chasing the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
You got that
You wanna
first drink
start
in
off
you.
well, up
you wanna,
1-0,
You want to
but-
be up 1-0. You want to get food in the belly because now you've built a base layer and now you can go.
Stampede, someone says. Yeah, Stampede. I've only been to
Not
Stampede
by,
a few
not
times.
by 12.
No,
Never
like
by 12.
has it happened in late afternoon, early?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That
I
one.
won't deny that.
Or golf, when you guys golf.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
Not
but
by
still in the
noon.
morning.
But even
need
then,
to
I don't
get
think I've ever
going.
gotten loaded by noon. There's
Yeah.
a golf tournament I love where there's a lot of drinks, but I never was loaded. Where by noon I was
Yeah.
completely like just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
out of it. Like, was I buzzed? Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Would I consider myself legally drunk? Yeah. But am I loaded? No.
Define loaded.
Will I blow over? Yeah, probably.
Absolutely. I am not driving.
But it's not one where it's like I'm like out of it completely. I still
Right.
was able to continue
Yeah.
the rest of the day.
Loaded's a strong word.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Paul included, Team Canada played a couple of early gold medal games. Now in 2014,
Okay.
the Sochi one where
Didn't
the bar.
drink that day.
Well, I
That I could
certainly
understand if you're starting at 4,
That was
noon
4
comes
a.m.
around. It's a lot of time.
I
could understand that one. I did not drink for those.
I was not sober, but I was also not going anywhere. And I
On the
literally
gold game?
the gold medal game against Sochi from Sochi. We got to it was Hudson's downtown at the time. I got there like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever the game started. Everything open. I had breakfast.
Yeah.
I had coffee and Baileys, and then beer and beer and beer. Then I had lunch and beer and beer and beer, and then I had dinner. And then I went home and had a shower. I had a wardrobe change, and I had beer and beer and beer. And then I had an après dinner. And then I went to bed at like 1 o'clock. I was like a full shift.
I don't know.
It was a lot.
Like you guys were like, yeah, well, the time we're eating and stuff. Like this was like one instance where we're just like, we were cold, we were tired, we were sick. We're like,
Yeah, but
need
you
to
were
make the best
inside
out of
at this point.
No, but the thing is, there's an option of food.
Yeah.
That's the other. Like, it's not like
We
you just started
ate.
drinking,
Yeah.
but not before the first drink.
You definitely had a first drink without eating.
Right, but that's
Yeah.
like when there's an option of food and
Yeah.
you're finding out there's unlimited. That's one where like we're going like you would maybe sit there and be like, actually at first I should grab a bite, maybe 2 slices. Then the drinks could start really flowing.
Down
Because
1-0.
Because now I'm up 1-0 as opposed to down 1-0.
Yeah.
Well, a double
You never
espresso
wanna chase the
latte
game.
counts.
Don't wanna
okay?
chase
Never want to chase the game.
Great
Let the
point.
game come to you.
What did you just say?
A double espresso latte counts. All right.
Oh, I've never. That sounds
Double
amazing to start a
espresso
day.
latte.
Yeah. Or to be honest with you, my go-to is an Americano.
Papa Americano.
Yeah. Have you,
great
yeah,
beverage.
Matt, if you like a strong coffee drink.
No, a nice lot. Like I would, like especially they have the espresso martinis and all that.
Speaking of,
Those
I
are
did
good.
go to the largest Starbucks in the world, which is 3 stories or 4 stories. Just like obviously a ride, and they're so busy and annoying. Did get an Americano from there, and I hate Starbucks coffee, and I liked it though. It was good.
Really?
Nice.
You hate Starbucks, eh?
They had this one little. I don't like Starbucks coffee.
It's dubbed NHL coffee.
Why?
All the players go there.
Yep.
I'm sure everybody.
NHL
goes
I like
there.
their coffee.
Yeah,
I enjoy their coffee.
Yeah, I get Americanos
I don't
there.
generally drink the other stuff.
I don't like their
buy lattes or
coffee, but
something.
they're a good treat to have. Like if you want like a pumpkin spice latte or whatever. In my opinion, if you want like a treat of a coffee,
Caramel
Free drink on your birthday if you sign up,
yeah, that's
and
right.
you could get whatever you want.
Too
You
sweet.
could load it up
Too
as
many
big
calories.
as you want.
Yeah,
Good to know. We have one right there.
It's actually really nice to have one there. I met Crusher for coffee last week, I think.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, we're going to meet for coffee. I was like, crap, there's actually one right there. Like,
Yeah.
it's happening now. I've been meeting
Yeah, it's a
Jane
great
at a
location.
Second Cup over in Mayfield, which isn't far. But I'm like, Second Cup's right there. I could just walk. It's lovely. And now we're at the point where it's spring. And as you can see outside, it's just the beautiful weather. You could just walk very
Gorgeous.
easily.
As that car slides down the road.
Don't worry. What is the forecast that we've got?
The one on
-8
Weather Network
today,
sucked.
-8 tomorrow, still snow coming. Friday it's 5, Saturday 3, Sunday -1, Monday 0, Tuesday 0.
All right.
Can I get to a ridiculous stat? Been sitting on this one for a while.
Okay.
It's a tweet talking about Schaefer with the Islanders. So say Schaefer had 31:58 of ice time against Chicago, during which the Isles generated 59 shot attempts while only allowing 21 against. They had 30 shots on goal and allowed just 12 while outscoring the Hawks 2-0 in that span. Here's where it gets very interesting. In the 28 minutes and 2 seconds that he was not on the ice, the Islanders recorded only 17 shots and had 12 against and were outscored 1-4.
Jeez.
How big of an impact is this kid having on that team?
Pretty damn good one.
And so obviously that's one game, but we talked to Darchie and Darchie raved about him.
Yeah.
If he's this good now, what's he going to be like in 5 years?
What's it going to be like 4 years in the next Olympics?
That.
Good point.
Him, Cale
The
McCarr
best.
Oh,
as your top two.
and Landon
Defenseman.
DuPont. DuPont will be playing in the NHL at that point, and he's good.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I can't remember. It might have been Benny talking about it after that goal. Just like the one thing about Canada is you're looking up, and there's just a lot of really top end talent that Canada doesn't have that we're going to have for 28 and 30.
Yep.
And the Americans maybe don't have that. Except
Yeah.
we don't have that goalie still. We just got to
that's
hunt down that goalie. Why did you have these type of defenders?
Tilting the ice like that. That's very impressive.
It's really
Now, it
impressive.
is Chicago we're talking about, but still.
I get it, but that's a crazy stat.
That is.
Like when you're on the ice, you don't give up a shot. Like they showed a clip the other day in the final minute and how he defended, sprinting to literally every puck. He had great fundamentals, stick on puck. He was getting to the puck at more or less the same time as the other guy, but because his stick was so good, he was disrupting the play, and then they couldn't get anything. There was no sustained pressure purely because of the way he was defending. It was unbelievable to watch. Like it's something that you try to teach your hockey kids about, because it's like this is how you're supposed to play defense. And within those clips, so this one here that I'm looking at and the one that I saw the other day, I'm sitting back and be like, man, this kid is going to be disgustingly good. And he already is good.
Yeah, they were talking a lot about him this morning too.
Impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
Very impressive player.
Eastern playoff race is a fun one to watch. You've got Detroit that just keeps sliding. But they're a point back of the playoffs. The Islanders, equal amount of points, but just sitting outside the playoffs with the Sens, both at 85 points. Boston at 86. Pens are at 86. Blue Jackets are 87. The Habs are 88. So Boston could catch the Habs even and knock the Habs down a little bit.
Columbus crawled
They're
in there?
second.
Oh, wow.
They're second. Yesterday they got to second in the division.
No time for that.
Unreal.
Buffalo sits atop their division.
What is
The
happening?
East is going to be a wide open, fun playoff for the NHL this year.
Yeah, Buffalo is just so interesting to follow and their journey. Yeah, they're a well-rounded team, but I don't know. Like we say, playoffs are a whole different monster.
They get no respect.
Yeah. And now everybody's a Buffalo person.
They deserve good things. It's been a long time. They had a decade and a half of darkness.
Yeah, I know. My coworker,
Yes, they
huge
have.
Sabres fan. What's that?
I said, yes, they have.
Yes,
It's been
they
a decade and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you want to go to a fun city next time? Buffalo, New York.
When the Bills play.
Sure. Actually, my buddy Joe from WGR 550, Joe DiBiase, he got a tour of Highmark Stadium yesterday. Looks awesome.
Yeah, they showed some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Although I wonder that they did the season seat purchase thing, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And it's priced a lot of people, and the people are all worried about what the atmosphere will be like, and if they've priced some of those diehards out and stuff, and people that have sat together at the old place so much are now away from each other.
Oh, aw.
That does suck.
That does suck because they're like a big family or whatever now. Like,
But they-
every season. Yeah.
I'm sure they can reconnect and new friendships will be made. And
I'm sure they'll figure it out in
yeah.
cozy seats.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Treat the body right.
That's right.
OKC is they are also building a state-of-the-art arena. Or are they expanding on it? Like
I don't know. They're calling it the Field House 2 or something like that.
So are the Browns. Didn't I sent
you
you
sent me the
something on
Browns
the
things.
Brown, that place looks sick.
It did look really cool,
Yeah.
the way it was designed. We'll see. All these Tennessee's also getting a new stadium. People
Yeah.
did a walkthrough of Nissan Stadium, whatever the hell it's going to be called, and
Yeah, he sounds ghetto.
So one thing about
let's
the
say-
it's a
States,
new stadium.
Yeah, well, they're wondering I was ghetto.
Did you go to it?
No. I mean, it wasn't the season we could see it. You know when you're like...
Yeah, it's across
on
the
those-
river.
Yeah.
It's one thing about the States. They do like big stadiums well.
Yeah, they do.
Really well.
They try not to value engineer it.
And all the technology that they put into it.
Just build a nice parking lot around it, and that's it. Some of them. It's great.
Okay. Thank you.
No, it's just like the thing. It's sad that we're at that point because it used to be like Fenway and Wrigley. Where are they? Right in neighborhoods.
Yep.
Oh,
And now all we do is we build these stadiums out there with these massive
Gotta have-
parking lots
gotta have
that
parking.
only get used X amount of times a year, and it's
like Rexall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Rexall.
Well, it just reminds me of like that old
I refuse
school...
to call it that anymore. It's
The
the
old
Coliseum.
neighborhood bar. That's what it was like.
Yeah.
Rexall was awesome.
getting torn down
Coliseum.
this summer, I think.
Sad.
Deconstructed.
I still want to know who was the
time.
guy that said putting this carpet down this way and putting a bar next to that carpet is a good idea.
I think it was Glenn Sather.
Really?
Yes.
That should be an open hand slap.
Would you tell that to Glenn? You do that to Glenn.
Open hand slap.
I think I have his
that
number.
might have been one of the worst decisions.
Would you like to text him
At
right
Rogers?
now?
Yes, I would actually.
You're saying now?
At Rexall?
Oh, Rexall.
When you had
That-
when,
Yeah,
you,
at the
oh.
when the
Coliseum.
elevator doors opened up and you walked down, if you're playing well, it would have been unbelievable. But you had a decade of darkness where you just got every insult
Well, you
thrown
want to know
at
something? Glenn Saylor would have had a decade of darkness.
You. Now we're having different conversations.
So that's why.
Well, it was always interesting listening. I would be in the media center.
Yeah.
And I would open the door and just kind of listen to hear what the comments were. And it was pretty vicious. I almost saw Mac T get into a
I
fight
was
with
just
a
going to
fan.
ask that question.
I almost saw Tenser get into a fight with a fan. I saw fans fight fans.
Like, it was outrageous.
That still happens.
Yeah.
That stuff still happens, but it doesn't happen right when you walk out of the doors.
And all they put was that little rope.
Yeah, because that's going to stop somebody.
Right. It was unique.
Yeah, could you imagine now with like social media, like people trying to do something stupid to go viral?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
could.
absolutely.
Right? They've just been ruining everything.
They would have had to like glass it
yeah.
off or something.
It just wouldn't be
Yeah.
normal,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Because Arizona had that where they had the little lounge between the two benches, and you could see the players going on and off. I know St. Louis has it. I think Pittsburgh has it. Detroit has it. It's a neat thing. I mean, here in Edmonton, that chairman's lounge, you could see the players going on the ice, glassed off. But yeah,
And those
you're
people probably aren't the type that are going to yell anything.
right. No.
No.
Yeah.
In Dallas, they just had you walk through the cheerleaders.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice.
I'd follow the team.
Stupid. That was the worst.
like distraction?
Yeah.
They weren't at all
you had
attractive.
you had
They
to
were
line up in the,
rockets.
in
Every
the,
one of
the
them.
hallway. And so you had two options. Okay, well, we stay all the way back here, or you go up to the gate. So the minute that you open the gate, you're coming out.
Yeah.
But they're literally like 20 of them, and they're just lined up on both
They're
sides.
so hot.
And obviously they smell nice.
Yep.
And it's just like you're trying to like focus on the game, but you're like, I can't get the smell out of my nose.
You're just like, oh my God,
It
hello.
was like,
Wow.
it was crazy.
You'd be like, hello.
Those
hello.
hormones,
Hi, how are
hormones
you?
are all like all over the place. Yeah.
How's it going? How's it going?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, but maybe it gives you like that like roar of like,
Nope.
I'm a man.
No, you're rattled.
Okay.
Nope.
You're gonna close it off, but can I quickly say something?
No, because I have 2 minutes and we
Wait.
have to get to Plover Under for
Oh,
Play
oh,
Alberta.
yeah.
Download the app,
Oh,
visit
yeah.
them, playalberta.ca. EST Specials is where you can get all of our stuff. 10 games left for the Edmonton Oilers. How many starts does Tristan Jarry get? Over under 2.5.
2. Under. Sorry.
Under,
2.
under.
Yeah.
Is it, what's how many
Yeah, I was gonna say 2.
2.
Yeah, easy.
does he get tonight?
No.
No.
You mean
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, sorry. Does he
Yeah,
get
I
tomorrow
was gonna
night?
ask you, but we can talk about that tomorrow.
Somebody texted in yesterday. They made a great point. One game doesn't mean he's back.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
do you allow him to build off of a good game to get to that level where it's
Yeah.
like, hey, you're having a good
his
game?
next start.
Yeah.
or your team's helping you out now, with blocking shots and stuff like that.
Sure,
Not putting
yeah.
you in the.
No, you just build upon your game the next time you get on the ice.
As Belsey pointed out on Game Changers, brought to you by Dan Bunting Real Estate, point number 2, no games left. No more games. Sorry.
I
For
don't.
what?
No more games. You don't have time.
Oh,
you don't
I
have
see.
time to play games. Because
Oh,
right
I see
now,
what you're saying. Because they have 10 games still.
you have 10 games. There's people right behind you with games in hand.
Yeah.
And if you don't handle your business, you could be on the outside looking in.
We've got Lock Shop coming up next. Dusty and Huss. Dusty live at BP, South St. Albert today. And then he'll be there with Tommy for the oil stream. We've got EST Afternoons Reed Wilkins Show without Jay Milne until 6 o'clock on our audio streams tonight. Crush Performance as well. A reminder also GCLD's oil stream pre and post game shows tomorrow. Are you on with Tommy?
I am.
Tommy, Bellsy, Benny will get you set for Oilers Golden Knights. They will be live. Tom, BP's Clairview is where Tommy will be for tomorrow's game. Jasmine, it's great having you back. You're back tomorrow.
Thanks, boys.
On the Hangout as well.
Yep, tomorrow.
Bellsy, always great seeing you. Saw you a little bit yesterday and all that. Was it
Thanks for
yesterday or was it
admitting
2
that-
days ago?
Yesterday.
Right.
Thanks for admitting that it was a rebuild, finally, that I was
don't know what
right
you're
by
talking
my
about.
not
no
a
idea
The
what
first
we're talking
game
about.
that we
I'm with
have.
Jazzy.
The first game that we have between the two teams, Dolphins
Yeah.
and Colts, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I don't remember the
This is the
rebuild
EST
part.
Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Thank you everyone for tuning in right here on Edmonton Sports. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports presented by Play Alberta on behalf of Jasmine, Bellsy, Tommy, and Matt. Again, thank you very much. Lock Shop with Dusty Nuss coming up in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today